What's up, you miscreants?
What's up, Playboy skis?
Maintaining.
Let's get fucking messy.
Living the dream. Yeah, no, I'm at that point. You know, it's like I came to a realization. It's kind of a nihilist realization, but a realization nonetheless that no matter what I do, Chili DeCastro is going to bury me in bullshit because you know, he has to continue to throw this ridiculous nonsense at me, and I control his psyche without ever even having to open my mouth at this point. Just existing is ruining this man. He accomplishes nothing else but just scheming up ways
exists today.
to try to fuck me. He really, literally is. He's like, you know, aggressively masturbating over, like, I filed another lawsuit in another state. Like, he's now claiming there's more states. Like, this motherfucker's gonna sue me in like 6 states. Guess what? It's all bullshit no matter what. So, no matter what I do, Chili's gonna chili. So, no matter what he does, I'm just gonna do me over there. Like, you know, you can bury me in bullshit, and I'm gonna respond by stating as fact that you're a cunt.
I'm not a gynecologist, but I know a cunt when I see one, and he's kind of a cunt.
Right. Yeah. It's just what it is. I mean, this latest thing is just a fantastic work of fiction, first of all. It's really, really, really great stuff there. Just stuff that's already been adjudicated, right? Like, it's already been ruled on. But hey, like, you want to rehash it, and everybody sees what you're doing. Litigious piece of shit.
Tell us how you really feel, Kate.
Yeah.
Yikes. Coming in hot.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to follow me dimension to dimension. We are interlocked.
Every timeline.
The shittiest episode of Doctor Who and the Terminator.
Right. We are just interlocked in a never-ending struggle, apparently, just to be, you know, that spans space and time, you know.
I'm here to sue you in the past and in the future. You every day.
He did a video talking about some of this.
Did he? I haven't watched Chili in so long.
Yeah.
I can't even fucking stomach it anymore. So like, God bless all the people hanging on and watching the Chili videos, because I can't fucking do it for my mental health.
Who is
yeah, Katie, who?
Is this actually Grant's turn, Felipe?
Yeah, it should be. I dropped the string.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
No. I would not.
We're good. No. I figured as much, but I just
we're legit. Contrary to popular belief, we're at one point in time a real news outlet and a media outlet providing real content with true stories, with subject matter verified, and like all the big boys. But, you know, at one point in time, and Grant Stern was a key critical part of PNAC News. And he has gone beyond PNAC News to become an accomplished writer and author and a subject matter expert on exposing corruption within government.
Well, thank you for the resume rundown. I was just making sure that it wasn't an imposter who was going to.
No.
I was worried about a porn bomb.
There was a top 3, and Grant and Carlos were the top 2. And I was their protege. I worked directly for them. And we were a strong team, and we expanded from that group. And we did pretty wonderful things with bringing attention to the subject matter we covered. And we covered a lot of different things. We interviewed Dr. Sarah Weck. We did all kinds of stuff on various cases. We brought in subject matter experts on various topics and let them give their opinion. And it's one of the things did as a producer for Grant and Carlos so we had a constant stream of content.
Okay.
Felipe, thank you for that introduction.
No problem, sir.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I was just talking about my, sort of perpetual, probably infinite death struggle with Chili DeCastro. So I'm not going to drag you on here and force you to get down in the gutter with the rest of us. But are you familiar with what this man is doing to me right now?
You know, I have not heard that name in years until Felipe mentioned him again this week. And I thought that perhaps Beelzebub had taking him back to their duplex or something. I don't know. He kind of disappeared in a fit of rage many years ago and turned out to be a, less than fully sincere all the way over the internet kind of actor when it came to just, being who he purported to be. He was kind of, let's say, shady. That's a good term.
I catch Grant now. Grant, Ms. Peters, the host of the show, is currently involved in 2 matters of litigation, one in federal court in Massachusetts, another in Santa Monica court here in Los Angeles County, for commenting about the actions and activities of Mr. Jose de Maria Castro, or Mr. Chili de Castro. And as a result of her, and that's what's going on. And that's why I provided her, because she was a defendant in the matter, and I had in my possession video that he had sent to me to modify and edit, because it was on a cell phone, and move it into an MP4 fashion that he could then upload, is the only reason why I had a copy. And because she was a defendant, and I believe that she needed some unbiased and unedited video that depicted Mr. Castro in his true light, I provided it for her. And then she
Well,
then,
I feel like it was heavily edited. To be fair, by somebody. There's
I did. I explained that.
Yeah.
There was a
It's fine. It was. I mean, at the end of the day, it was funny. I consider it newsworthy because a self-proclaimed alpha male could not properly use a nail and hammer.
Not at all.
Is that what he uses now? Is that what he calls himself?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So is he like the scrawny?
Wait, what did he use back then?
He didn't.
Yeah,
He didn't.
is he like the scrawny version of the guy from Knives Out that Dave Bautista plays?
Yes.
Is that
Yeah, I could. Yeah, he definitely. Yeah, he does pontificate a lot about he's an alpha male. What needs to be the alpha? He degrades those that he considers to be betas. Merbeast is among his stable.
That's really
betas,
funny.
apparently. Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's funny. There's another guy, the guy who really started all of that nonsense, or one of the people, the big, like people that pounds the drum, is named Mike Cernovich. And, I called him Steve Bannon's toady on Twitter, and he blocked me. The alpha male blocked me because he was so not threatened at all by being called a toady on Twitter. Alpha male is a term of art for people that are, exhibiting a high level of LDE. Somebody's gonna have to look that up in the Urban Dictionary to figure it out. But, just get over it, man. People that have to make a big show of it, rarely walk the walk when they're talking all that talk. It's just how it is.
Grant's not really up to date what's going on in the Chile world. I brought him to verify about the allegations that were made by Chili de Castro and my theft of PNAC news and a bunch of other nonsense he made recently.
Oh my lord!
Yeah. So did
look,
Felipe Having steal the website and steal the Facebook page for
Oh
PNAC?
my god, no! Like Felipe. So let me tell you a little bit about PNAC News and set the record straight, because there's been a lot of fluff, and I'm not one to go and, do competing whatever. I just, get stuff done. And that stuff is journalisming. And so, PNAC News didn't exist until I showed up. It was a website called Photography is Not a Crime. And that website was created by Carlos Miller. And that website was a single page blog with about 100 Brazilian ads that paid almost nothing on it. And that website failed. And when I say failed, Carlos ran it. I had nothing to do with running it. I was literally just like lightly assisting, from May of 2014 to October 2014. But years before that, when Carlos had a blog, he needed a logo, and I created that amazing logo that helped the site take off. The camera with the eye inside of the badge meant to convey authority, meant to show that we were watchdogs. And he used that to help grow his audience substantially to about 1/6 of what I grew it to. So he spent 7 years growing a 400,000 person audience that I grew to 2.4 million page views a month by its peak. And when he destroyed his own website, and when I say destroyed, like broke it irretrievably, could not restart it, could not fix it, I stepped in and loaded the old content in ruined form because it didn't even have a photo into a brand new website shell and helped create the entire website, the editorial style of the images, the headlines, SEO. I did text editing. I did, basically what's called the copy edit, where it's like text, meaning, and part fact check. He self-selected all those stories and he wrote them. He did a lot of work, and that's why I let him make actually all the money of the website. I was a volunteer because we had launched a nonprofit, a state nonprofit, and got sponsored by a charitable benefits C3 organization, which I arranged with one of my personal friends. So as you can imagine, hearing all this, I did a lot. I lent Carlos the image for his commercial venture, and then I lent it to the old nonprofit after spending money to conceive it and design it with a graphic designer who worked for my company. And in return, 2 years down the road, after growing a tremendous audience and doing all these things, Carlos Miller had what I can only describe as a severe agitated state, which I think a lot of people were in, and I will be the first to admit
I can see where this is
after
going.
Donald Trump. No. After Donald Trump.
No, it's not. It's an explanation of what happened to PNX. So he's giving you the narrative of
Okay.
leading
You
up.
can
To,
understand
he's not
what's
going. No,
going
he's
on.
not going to attack Carlos.
Okay,
No.
he's not here.
No.
After
We're
Donald
well above
Trump,
that.
Look,
That's well
after
above
Donald Trump got this is like, look, man, I'm a liberal. I write Occupy Democrats. I am a Democrat. I am well known for all these things. I don't try to hide it. My viewpoints are well known. My website has a 100% rating from NewsGuard, despite being a partisan news website. Fox has 69.5, MSNBC has 70, CNN has 80. We're up there with the big dogs, the Washington Post, the New York Times, okay? CNN isn't doing as good a job on their journalistic practice as we are today. So anyway, needless to say, I was upset when Trump got elected. You can look at my videos. It's no secret, okay? I was not happy about it as a person who didn't want Donald Trump to run our country, right? No question about this. You can read the writing from that era. I know it. And Carlos felt very much the same, but he felt cheated. He took it very personally. And I don't blame him for taking it personally or feeling that way. Everybody had their feelings to deal with, whether it was elation or depression after that all happened in 2016. And it was a very crazy time in our nation's history. And he was certainly somebody that I would say, as a journalist, was a person of interest for greater powers than just the normal individual. So when greater things out there are fucking with you, it's crazy. It's like,
yeah, this guy's our friend. We're not going to badmouth.
Yeah,
him. So
I'm not saying.
Yeah, we're not going to badmouth Carlos. We had a great relationship.
But it's like you can go on his Facebook page and see that he was posting a lot about Trump and then arguing with everybody about everything.
He was.
And that's it. He was severely agitated.
Right.
And
it affected the business model, and we tried to pull him back from that. And gave him time off.
Everything.
Yeah, we gave him
time off.
Hey, go to Cuba, have a good time, relax.
Yeah,
it was like he didn't recover.
Yeah, the thing is that when you run a publication and you have a single journalist that's making more than 80% of the revenues and doing more than 80% of the stories, even if he's got an editor and web designer and then someone who fixed the developer ops and all these other things. I mean, the site used to crash all the time. It was like he would get upset when it crashed. I fixed the crashing, right? It never crashed again for the last 14 or 15 months I was involved, right? Or, well, we had some issues, but the last year or so, like once we got it all set up, it was like it never crashed. And we actually had a Google project called Project Shield, which...
Hey, I'm sorry, but what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Anyway.
We're trying to give you background on what's going on to get you the part about what happened to Peanut. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you guys took me off on a tangent with the political crap, but
sorry.
Enough said. Carlos stopped writing, started a little, stopped. He was trapped in his own negative feelings about things. And it was to the point where we were like, look, take a hiatus, take a break. We're going to do this like on the light. We're going to look for opportunity, see what's happening, and just, you need to rest. Like, and this is not just a Carlos issue. When you report on a lot of really bad crimes and you have to watch a lot of videos of people being murked by the police and the blood spilling out of their head and then the lawsuit about it. And that's just one story I wrote about. It's traumatic. It can be very traumatic. But then, he did some things that were wrong, filed paperwork to assume control of the business that was wrong. I'm just going to be very generic here. Because like Felipe said, this is just to, clear the air, but I'm not here to attack anybody. I went through the proper steps to have meetings, some people should have recused from things, whatever, I'm not going to battle out the old battle.
But the biggest thing is Chili was no part of any of that. If you notice the part of that whole story,
long gone.
He tried to come in. Yeah, he tried to come in with the media funnel deal, trying to make money this way. That was our initial contact. Back in
Chili had like some contact and talking, and he talked to Carlos maybe. I don't know how much. He could still be talking with Carlos. I have no idea.
And he says he hasn't talked to him in a long time.
Carlos talked with a whole lot of characters, people that turned out to be Nazis, people that turned out to be, computer frauds, all sorts of things, people that crashed the website for him. But, like Chili was kind of rejected as an option very quickly. And then, Carlos makes a lot of allegations, but he forgets that,
So where's this allegation coming from? I'm sorry. So when people start to go off on a tangent like that, people are going to lose interest, and it also starts.
Yeah.
Well, it's the topic. I'm sorry,
Okay,
it's not salacious and not exciting or anything like that.
No.
It's when the truth isn't as exciting as Felipe stealing something. Sorry,
but
the truth is not exciting.
Well, hold on.
Well, the truth is,
It can be.
I was getting to the fun part, which is that
Fuck off! You were not anywhere near anything fun.
Real quick,
Look.
Brent.
Yeah.
People are asking me to speak
Fuck my
English,
life,
but
dude.
I got a question. How do you feel about ghosts?
Hell yeah!
It's so
Yeah.
silly. It's not a really serious.
I saw the Foundation series on Apple Plus, and they nailed it with the ghosts.
So I mean,
It's history.
let's just ask some pointed questions to get kind of boiled down answers.
Please.
That would be great.
Yeah. So, I mean, Chili is making the accusation that Felipe having stole the website from.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
So, where is this accusation coming from? Is it coming from Carlos Miller? Is it coming
Of
from
course it
Chili's
is.
side?
Carlos Miller wrote about it, and he's made a lot of false allegations over the years, and conveniently forgets how things went down the path. Look, when you're with a nonprofit, you can't personally profit from what it's doing. Okay, you can get a salary, but you can't swing a deal for yourself when you're on the board of a nonprofit. And so Carlos wanted to swing a deal to get some stock options in a penny stock company that owned a really substandard platform that earned revenues that were 40%, 60% of what we were earning at the time. And we had rejected, obviously, that kind of arrangement. Nobody says, "Oh, let's get a new website that destroys the entire success of the old website, pays us 40% less, and it's with a shady company that's doing business with shady people." Let's just put it this way: some of the people in this business, was a penny stock company that got sued for deceiving its shareholders.
Okay, so we don't have any evidence of that in front of us.
No,
right now.
it's sued.
Nor is he here.
No,
Nor is he
it was
here.
sued,
So
right?
I mean, okay.
What a cool guy.
Yeah.
Right. So okay. So that answers that.
Yeah.
I mean, simply enough.
So he wanted to get those stock options for himself. And then he said, "Let's get in on the scam." And I said, "This sounds really awful. I've got to conserve the assets of a nonprofit so that we can figure out what to do next." And that was it. I didn't make a public issue out of it. I didn't tell nobody. I just, started locking the keys to doors because this was getting dangerous.
Okay, well,
there's,
again,
you know,
this is stuff that I don't even feel comfortable platforming it without any sort of evidence because you're going into essentially.
Well, that's answering the accusation of the
accusing
theft.
this guy of
He was
right.
locked. He was locked out.
I mean,
he was locked out. That's
look,
what happened. Nobody stole
look,
anything. He was locked out.
Hold on a second. So there's a ton of evidence, but I'm just going to tell you this, and I can.
I know. I'm not disputing that there is or isn't. I haven't seen it. And
yeah, no, it's fine.
Here.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you this, okay? So the Miami New Times, a reputable alt weekly, and their outstanding reporter and former editor, who's now at the Washington Post, Tim Elfring, contacted me about this. Okay, and this is why nobody knows what happened, and it's now far enough in the future that I think there's just nothing to hurt anybody. This truth comes out, great, done. But Tim contacted me, and I shared the sum total of the communications, right? And I just told him, look, you can publish anything you want. I'm not telling you not to publish because you're a journalist and this is a story. But I'm telling you this, I literally worked for free for all those years because of the cause, trying to put together something bigger than myself. And this guy, I shared all the messages with him. And I said, this guy doesn't have anything except this website. He has nothing. This is his life. He identifies with it. It's to the point where this has all become a toxic disaster. And I don't want to be the one that takes it away from him. But I do have to shut down the megaphone that I've created because he is literally turning it against me with falsehoods. And if he keeps doing this, I'm going to have to go war level on this guy.
You're going to have to sue him in several states.
Yeah.
Apparently.
And, honestly, I just, let's just put it this way. My lawyers asked me what I want from a lawsuit against Carlos Miller one day. And I just said, money if it's there. But I don't even think he's got that. He's broke. Who
the fuck is Carlos? I'm so confused.
Let me explain. Okay, thanks.
You're trying so hard to be nice, dude.
I hear you, Boomer.
Listen, what you're doing right now is you're accusing Carlos Miller of some form of fraud publicly in front of 726 people. It has nothing to do with Chili DeCastro, which is really what people are here about, which is neither here nor there, whatever. But he's not here to defend himself, and you are providing no evidence other than your own word. This is not helping anything. It's certainly there's a better way to clear up questions, all right? So at least people understand that you and Felipe both absolutely deny that this website was stolen from him. The claim originates from Carlos Miller, and there's clearly bad blood between you guys, okay? So Chili did not just pull this out of his ass here.
No, he surely did. This actually, Carlos isn't the source of Chili's version of events. Chili's source is a guy named Ben Keller, who is also another writer who's on the back end of Photography is Not a Crime.
But Carlos Miller originated these claims, is what I was not told.
There is a claim towards Grant. There's not a claim towards me. I'm not the person who locked him out. I didn't have those type of privileges or access to that. What I did was run the page for several months while Carlos was in Cuba, while Carlos was taking a break for his mental health, for other stuff like that, and he wanted to. He thought this website had value that it didn't have. It had potential value. It did not have value. He helped in a period of time during the 2016-2017 period to drive the ratings out, not produce any content, push people away and stuff like that. That's what that. But as far as Chili DeCastro, he's regurgitating a story that's been debunked and confirmed. I have an open relationship with Ben. I talked to him yesterday about this. He was going through some shit at that time. I mean, that guy he was so angry, had so many other things going on. He's got his shit together, and that was that. But people go through things like that, and that's what Carlos went through. And Carlos was also a victim of violence. of violence for taking photography at a metro rail station in Miami, and was then prosecuted and persecuted by the local police department, and that's what inspired him to do what he did. And then from that, so he has some ongoing issues with that, and then he felt targeted. He felt that he was being his content was being suppressed, much like use the term shadow banning and whatever you want to call it.
This is much worse than shadow banning.
It is.
Okay, so
No, a lot worse.
Not to interrupt.
Round and round we go.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, you've done no research on the topic for you to ask questions about it. If you had done some research on it to ask questions, I could then answer your questions. But you asked a question. Go ahead.
They don't even know about Judge Mahone up in Jacksonville.
No, they
Because
don't.
that doesn't have anything to do.
Yeah.
Chili's not telling. The website was never stolen. Chili was never involved in PNAC.
I just
I
grew
know.
extra
I think let me
chromosomes
distill
just
this in a
now.
short form. Look,
Please.
short form, right?
Please.
Like I already said, in great detail for a reason, that Carlos Miller has some real problems. A lot of people have these problems. Like that just makes him a person that has the kind of problems you'd expect. Felipe saying that too. He made up a lot of allegations, and then there's some other ones that Felipe, somebody leveled against him, but I can confirm that he didn't have any of that kind of access. I wish I'd known that was the issue in the first place, because I've just been seeing all this stuff from Carlos Miller, and he blames me for all of his failures or whatever. But I mean, Felipe did not have that. Felipe didn't have domain level access. He didn't have social media access, except as some form of user. He didn't have WordPress access. He didn't have back end access with a server. Like,
Okay, so what it sounds
how
like
would
to
he
me
how
is
would he
that
do
there's
anything wrong?
Yeah, there was some really messy drama that happened with PNAC, unfortunately, as often happens with these internet endeavors and projects. And so there have been accusations leveled back and forth, and now Felipe is being kind of swept into these accusations by Chili De Castro because he's upset with him over furnishing the video of him where he cannot, nail a piece of paper to a tree. Is that accurate?
Look,
Ow!
I mean,
Ow!
come on,
Gotta
give him
be
a
a
break.
better way.
He was really trying to nail
Fucking
Jello
no.
to the wall. I mean, like I don't know what to tell you.
One time
Carlos
I went to jail in Florida, but I deserved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
well,
I did.
Yeah, he did.
I really did.
I got beat up by the police in Florida,
I stand
but
firmly in my conviction that Jacksonville is the asshole of Florida.
Oh, Duval
Well, that
County
is
sucks.
accurate.
That's where that's what he's telling you about Judge Mahone. Judge
Well,
Mahone.
no, I mean it has nothing to do with Judge Mahone.
No, but we can tell you about Judge
Your
Mahone.
Majesty.
Oh my God, hold on. No, I don't want to.
We're good.
Like, this was so complicated. Like, I'm sorry, that was just a lot.
No one said it wasn't.
fucking
No one said it
bloviate.
wasn't. No one
The
said it
people are
wasn't.
confused and they're saying, "Well, Chili lied." I mean,
Yep. Chili lied. Surprise.
yeah.
no, there's just no. It's like, oh
There's
my
no
gosh! I
truth.
wish you guys had mentioned that specific little thing first.
Yeah,
'cause
if you wanted to
Would have been very
say
short
Chili
story at
lied,
that point.
we tried to give you some background of the organization to let you know
Yeah, you
that
said,
that
"What's
guy
up
had
with-
no
with
part of
PNAC?"
it whatsoever. He was no part of it and never
Nah,
was part of
Yeah.
it.
I mean,
So
you
that
wanted-
guy is the guy that Chili is getting the claim from?
No,
Is that-
Ben Keller.
So
It was something Ben Keller.
Ben Keller was one of the writers.
Then who the hell is Carlos Miller? I'm so
Carlos
fucking
is the
Chili,
editor.
if you listen to the chat, read it. It's like he's like Chili's GoBots. He's like not Chili. He's like fucking carriage
Chili's
tray, not
GoBots.
macaroni.
Right.
People are
Carlos has whatever he has, but he still has 250,000 people on a Facebook page or
He
something
does.
like that.
He does. Yeah, or more.
And he still has a big following on his personal Facebook page, I'm sure.
He started another blog. He's got another blog. He's writing again.
He's the YouTube channel.
Okay,
like,
yeah, I
private
guess
stuff for
my
who?
thing is like,
Yeah,
why
the YouTube
do I
channel is
give
big.
a
It's
fuck
like-
about who Carlos is? Like, why? How does he?
Because he can
fit in?
transmit a lie.
Because
very,
Chili,
very fast.
because Chili was also claiming to have a relationship with Carlos. I just interacted with Carlos a couple of days ago. Man, I haven't talked to that guy in months. I want no part of him. He's too toxic. He's all drama. That's one of the reasons why Carlos stepped back away from this, was because of clowns like Chili out doing stupid things in the name
my
of
Lord.
activism. So
I'm just saying, like, if Carlos said this guy's a lot of drama, this is
exactly. I
next
mean,
level.
I've
I'm almost
shared-
shocked
Because you know
I've
what?
shared
Chili
like-
told us that he stopped lying 8 years ago. So
Look, Look,
Okay.
I'm really
this would be
concerned.
I
like-
shared communications with Kate between me and Mr. Miller. She saw the interactions between that. She's got Mr. Miller's telephone number. She's attempted to contact Mr. Miller.
I think I emailed him. I don't think I have his phone number.
Well, his
Look,
business
this
lines
news is still sinking in. Hold on. This is like Trump saying that DeSantis guy is a liar. They should get him out of office. I mean,
I'll
whoa.
just start a drinking game and see
Okay,
if I get fucked the
please
next 5
don't.
minutes
We don't
for
do
mentioning Trump.
politics. And honestly, so this
we
was really
can't.
great.
No,
Thank you for
I'm
Because
telling us
saying
most
about.
of us are felons on community corrections who can't vote anyway. So let's just move past that. Thank
You can phone, it just costs money.
Yeah. Anyway, that was really illuminating. Thank you so much for all that information on Carlos Miller.
Josh,
I'm-
you're welcome for the TMI.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and bomb my own lawsuit again now by going over this video of Chili's where he goes on a tangent about how he's going to sue me forever.
Felons here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay, yeah. I guess I'm going through the transcript right now. So, like, full disclosure, I didn't even really watch this. I just heard rumblings about it. I got a clip sent to me where he literally says, "I'm going to sue you until I'm dead, bitch." So I mean, yeah. So I'm just going through here. Let's just play a little transcript roulette on this.
Oh,
All right, yeah.
Oh, with that non-existent top lip, you son of a bitch.
This is just what we're doing forever. That's fine. Like,
yeah, yeah.
Let me tell you something. This is a statement of fact that I'm making now. I never intended for things to become this way. I am a pretty apolitical person. I am very nihilistic. I am pretty apathetic about most things, just as a human being. However, it has now come to light that I am more of an activist than Chili DeCastro could ever be, right? Because this constant fucking lawsuit shit, like, it's not fun. You know, it's not ruining my life, but it's not great either. I'm sorry, Gandhi sat in prison and starved to break the British power. Sometimes you have to suffer a little bit for what you believe in. And I believe in my freedom and my right to get on the internet and be an asshole and make fun of people that I think are objectively entertaining and, buffoonish. And that's how I feel about Chili. So if I have to suffer a little bit to hold, firm and exercise my right to do so, so be it. I'm going to do that. This man won't
Look at his face. It's like the perfect face for you.
This is a guy that won't even face a misdemeanor warrant. He's running state to state, picking up these petty charges. If I catch a charge, I'm showing up every time, motherfucker. Right? Any interaction that I'm having with the court system right now is directly tied to my speech. And although I am not perfect, I am not infallible, I do things that I may later regret a little bit, right? Like, I have the right to do that, and I'm going to fight for it. And Chili he can't at this point chill my free speech. If I have an issue that comes down to an actual First Amendment issue because the court decides to exercise prior restraint, okay, fine. They don't have a case for the ACLU, at least. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to continue to grovel and beg for money for lawsuits. That's over. I regret doing that very much so. And I'm sorry to all of you. I will never do that again because I'm not taking these things serious anymore. They're not serious. This is just paper terrorism. That's all it is. Literally all it is.
Let's just celebrate his asshole lips right there.
That is a sphincter pucker right there.
I didn't think I would hear that phrase today.
But, well.
Just today?
That was terrible. Yeah, right. Yeah, only today.
Asshole lips.
That's terrible. God damn.
Oh, wait, is it just the four of us? Huh?
What is this?
Oh, can I have a Canadian moment to say I'm sorry for I just felt like I was being beaten by a baseball bat made out of
Wait, did they put
boredom.
themselves back there?
So I lost.
You guys,
I'm sorry.
you put yourselves back there? I don't really care either way, honestly. You can do what you want.
I didn't mean to be rude.
Next person who says Carlos Miller, I swear.
I was so confused. I felt like Charlie. I was trying to pick Abe Silva.
Look at this.
It's not okay. If you want to take on an authority or a power, then do it. But I'm not in office yet. So,
yeah.
But the thing is for the person that I filed the lawsuit here in California, I will never stop. I swear on my mother's soul, I won't ever stop.
Sausage.
You will continue to do what you do, but you're not doing it to me, honey.
Hot dog.
And if you don't think so, this is only the California lawsuit. There's another state I have standing and I can file against you there. And I'll just
there you go. So he's saying
what? Don't you have to be like a resident of the state?
It doesn't matter. He's gonna fucking sue everywhere at this point. He's making it abundantly clear what he plans to do, right? Which is just hop around from state to state like motherfucking Johnny Appleseed, but instead of doing something that brings joy and improves the air quality and bears fruit for children, he's dropping lawsuits in the fucking state, not apple trees.
Weird motherfucker.
He is the Elsa of lawsuits.
I get it. The guy wants to murder me and hate fuck my corpse. That is a
I mean,
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think.
No, I think he would.
I don't think he's turned on to you like that. I'm sorry.
I think
this seems like deflected sexual urges.
I'll take your expert opinion on that. I have no idea about that.
I think that it is just pure, unadulterated, narcissistic injury and rage.
He's got something going on.
He wouldn't murder me and then hate fuck my corpse because he's attracted to me. He would do so just to desecrate
the power.
Egregious way possible.
I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Someone said he would hate jerk off over your corpse. Maybe.
Yeah.
He would hate jerk off into his own mouth, maybe.
Maybe if you like died of natural causes or something like that. I don't think Chili's capable of violence against you.
Fuck. This shit just got ill.
I'm sorry.
It got real awkward in here.
A little extreme.
You guys are fucking gross.
Went from dull to extremely extreme.
I mean,
there is no in between here.
Well, no doubt. No, so what it boils down to is Chili had no part of any of this. He tried to get in. He promised he wanted Carlos to fly out to California. And then I showed you that message of what Carlos said. Hey, Felipe, check this guy on out. And he gave that whole long story about he sounds like one of these guys who's think he's talking to a waiter and wants oral sex for a role or something like that. That was Carlos's own words describing Chili. And then I got multiple emails from
Wait, are people blowing waiters for roles?
I don't know. Apparently it's a thing. Carlos is a journalist. Was retired.
No more talking about Carlos.
But he's the guy who introduced us to him. That's how we know Chili. Because Carlos introduced us to him. We didn't know this guy from the Man in the Moon. If Carlos had not answered the fucking phone when Chili Carlos is the founder of Photography Not a Crime.
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hot is Carlos?
I don't know. I don't know. You can go look him up. His picture's publicly available. I'll do your opinion.
I'll give you. I'll give you guys the honest.
All right, True will give us her.
There's a lot of video in him of various stages of hair. It depends on what Carlos you're talking about. Today's Carlos or 90s Carlos. I don't know.
Like not to be rude, but I literally think 0 people here give a fuck about Carlos. Just so you know.
Well, hey, zero people. No shit.
I'm gonna give him a solid 2.
Okay. You asked. I said I didn't have an opinion about it.
Yeah. The solid 2. He wears some stupid fucking fedoras, and I knocked him down a couple.
You're not the best game.
He's stealing my fedora now too.
Yeah, she's got issues. She's hateful.
So here we go.
Sorry, here's what it is.
I found some Allison Burroughs talk. This should be good, guys. Please try not to talk over the video. I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Boot suckers, cop suckers. Let's talk now about Allison Burroughs, since we're talking about cop suckers. I filed a motion yesterday. I asked for disclosure. What organizations in law enforcement is she a part of? What awards has she gotten? What ceremonies does she go to every year for law enforcement? What other things does she know about me outside of this court case? Because she's holding against me, ruling against me in a biased manner. It's plain as day. My enemies are saying she's being unjust. She's being biased and she's being prejudiced. It's a fact. That's what's happening. Look, I don't want to sit and spill my, this personal drama of these trolls. And look, the laws are going to change. It's my.
He's never going to change any laws with this shit. Okay.
Look at his.
I don't. He
tiny
doesn't
little
even change his
hand.
clothes very often.
But the story hasn't changed. This is something he was sharing with this person we don't want to talk about way back in 2015. That this guy, Jose de Castro, had desires and expressions to be in some type of government leadership position way back on that, and it was running another scam after another scam after another.
Oh, you guys made me think of something by showing me that. Thank you. So there's something that we haven't talked about this whole PINAC thing that's relevant.
Is it about Carlos? Please.
No, thank God.
Okay, thank you.
So we had groups. We had Facebook groups, right? That's how we ran everything. And that was, my idea at the time, that let's, make Facebook groups to help source our stories and communicate and, create a network of people to help us see what's going on all over the country. And we had like different levels. And I don't think he was ever in the news group.
No,
right?
he was never in anything. Nothing. I went through the history of all the admins on all those news groups today, and he was never part of any of it. He had no history. I was searching to see who we brought in, who we didn't bring in. That those groups are still active. And
But he was probably in the big group, right? Like
probably in the news group, the very large outward-facing news group. But other than that,
which has been continuously run for years now.
It still is still open right now,
and it still is. It's curated.
I feel like I'm being pranked
right now.
I feel like I'm being pranked right now.
Yeah,
it's not that interesting.
This is the song that never.
Are you fucking?
You're more interested in Chili's live. Yeah, you're more interested in Chili's live.
I'm going to tell you. No. I'm going to tell you about Facebook, and I'm going to tell you. You reiterated the same point 6 times in 5 seconds.
Chili's
You're
live.
fucking with me, dude.
No,
not real. This is an act. You're a funny motherfucker, but you just fucked my whole life.
Felipe and I worked together for years. We're like in sync.
handle
You
you.
don't get it. Not the boy band.
You're
We're
a
actually
maniac.
synchronized. Like
You're mentally ill
Felipe,
or really funny.
Do you
I can't
remember?
tell.
Do you remember
Tell
when we
us
were
about Carlos Wants and Dreams. Well, Carlos actually was in PNAC, but really he wanted to dance.
I don't know that. I don't think he ever expressed that.
No, you're talking about James O'Keefe, right? He wanted
Oh
to
my
do
gosh!
musicals.
No.
Can we like knock it down
Which
to
I
like
respect.
the Fantastic
I
Four?
respect
I wanted to know about Carlos's wants and dreams, and I'm trying to tell you.
I have
but
no
his dad
idea.
wanted
I have
him
no
to
idea.
play
I don't think
basketball.
All I want to know
That
is
voice
more
go
about
there.
He wished he was
I
a
don't
little
think
bit taller. He wished
Thanks
he
for
was a ball
joining
player.
us,
I don't think
guys.
that's true.
Good.
I don't think that's
Okay.
true.
Fucking hell.
He did wish he was a baller.
Every
It
time
is
the
a-
Grant opens his mouth, we're like,
I have to
7
coach
It
him.
times
happens. It does slow down. It does.
over.
But that's how he is. He's not. It's you get what you get.
I'm
that's
a
for
random
sure.
thinker.
I'm
He
getting
is, yeah.
beat up.
I
is
can
what I'm
see
getting.
that. Yeah.
Getting
He's
harmed.
a content producer. He's had his own radio show. So
I'm
this guy,
sure.
this guy,
It's like a
this-
baseball bat of pure boredom that fucking.
Okay,
hurts.
well, hey, everybody's got an opinion. It's also 10 o'clock at night for a guy who's been working all day. So he's doing.
Yeah.
Boomer's done this the last few times.
He's doing you a favor by showing up. So I'm sorry, your mommy and daddy didn't teach you how to be a good host. So show up.
Boy, here we go.
Oh no!
Listen, don't.
Oh, no.
Who did this with Boomer last time? Don't do it with Boomer. Like somebody did this with Boomer.
Yeah, it was Ball Scratcher.
Oh, it was
I'm
Mike.
going
Cerrone.
light. I'm going
So-
light. Like
so-
how many
Don't
shots
control
do you need
yourself.
to fucking
Whatever you do,
do
man.
the same
Don't-
routine,
whatever you do,
dude?
Whatever you do, don't control
Felipe.
yourself, man. It's fine. Don't control yourself.
Felipe, don't take
control
the bait.
yourself.
I'm
Like
trying to help you.
No.
if you
We're
No,
guys-
protecting
it's
you
not-
from
it's
Boomer.
not- it's
We're
not-
trying. This is for
You're
your
not.
safety.
You're not. It's not an interesting story. It's not exciting. It's not salacious. It's not true what Chili said. Never promised you some glorious, great 10 out of 10 story. It's
No, but you don't have
boring
to go
story.
to your way to fuck with people. And dude, come on. It's either
No,
an
no,
act
but
or
seriously, like, I'm just
No, it's,
telling
it's
you
just the
what
way it lays out.
the thing.
How much do you
No,
want
it's
to
fine.
know? Apparently, you're not interested in knowing what happened. I'm sorry. It's on.
I
I
am
can't even
interested.
follow.
You invited us to share what happened, and I'm sorry.
Hey,
it doesn't
wait,
fit your
wait.
narrative.
Well, no, we know
Hold on.
too much now. Like we know shit that doesn't even have to do with what happened.
you want a 10 out of 10? You want a 10 out of 10?
No.
Right here. You're looking at it.
That is some narcissistic behavior right there, honey. Thank you for display. You're a little Cholito.
Are you guys really triggered now? We are doing another Mike Cerrone. It's Ball Scratcher Part 2.
It's nice stuff.
Listen, no, I'm just not comfortable with any sort of like charges. Like, so when we get into like, really lofty accusations against someone who is not there that I haven't vetted out. Like, I mean, I can't be comfortable with that. You understand, I'm sure. I can't be comfortable.
I understand. I understand.
Because it's not just
I wasn't trying to go there. I wasn't trying to go there.
Everyone, you know,
I would have been more than happy to simply glossing over that period of history, going to the part of where Chile wasn't any part of it. At no point in time. That's the biggest thing here. Chile at no point in time did anything he claimed with PNAC News nor Photography is Not a Crime at any point in time in livable history. Now, maybe in an alternative dimension or in his reality, I don't know. But I know for a fact that Mr. DeCastro had nothing to do with PNAC, and I didn't steal it or steal the Facebook page or anything that whatever Chile claims. None of that he's saying is true. No more than what he says about you being true.
Well, yeah. I know.
Seriously.
I know how he is.
You're talking about someone like fabricating like a meal from just the cloth.
Right.
Nothing.
No, I think that clears it. I mean, it's pretty
Every
simple.
day he does it. Every day he does it. He's an actor, not an activist. We've even talked to people that were one point in time thought that they may be responsible for generating some of this guy's legal documents. These aren't even legal documents. These are ramblings of a madman. There's no structure, no function, no anything that anyone would recognize normally as something that would appear to be sent to the court by anyone with a legal brain. It's simply stuff that you would only difference between this and prison scroll is the handwriting. And that's it. So that's the reality, is that we're only talking about him is because of the 2 lawsuits he's recently filed against Miss Peters in the top corner, and my delivering of some video evidence to show the guy's a piece of shit. And then he made an accusation of video because he also sent me all kinds of voicemail messages and text messages and promised that he'd punch me in the face if he sees me next, or shoot me, or some other stupid shit. Those aren't up here. We're not sharing that up here, but Kate's seen it. She's heard the audio. She's heard his voice. The guy made a video of a voicemail he left for me last week because I dare call him on his phone while he was in a live stream. Fuck if I knew he was in a fucking live stream. You know, fuck if I knew he was in a live stream. You know, he was live streaming. Go ahead.
I found the fun stuff right here. I actually found an old chat with Carlos and you about Chile.
Yep, Kate's seen it. Kate's seen it.
And it was from May of 2016, and I wrote to him, "No thanks. I don't want any more of your foul-tasting chili con bullshit De Castro recipes. The intense talker is always full of the intense bullshit." And Carlos told me to just feel him out. And I wrote back, "Feeling is done."
We invited Carlos. I invited Carlos.
He's nuts.
Yeah, he invited Carlos. He didn't answer.
Hold on. People who
Carlos
write strangely are never more intelligent or less crazy outside of writing. It's the other way around. And then he wrote, "Read the email I just forwarded you guys from this guy." This is like, 8 a.m. And then I wrote back, "Nuts. Don't give him my contact. Doesn't make any actual sense."
None, zero.
So there you go. There's my notes on Chile De Castro from 2016.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a ton of inbound emails from the guy. I've never sent the guy an email back. I can't even remember how I got the video from him, but I know I got it in cell phone format, and I converted it from cell phone format to MP4. I gave it back to him. I don't even remember the method I gave it back to him. Don't know.
Look, Carlos was like a magnet for these insanity cases. Like,
oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, the chat has been begging us to just fucking make it stop. Everything.
Apparently they'd rather live with fiction. Maybe
it's
that's
not
what they
that,
want,
dude. It's like you're going out of your way. Not you, the dude that was just talking. Grant, man, I'm sorry.
He's talking about Chile.
I know, but he's just brutal. You could be telling me how to be 10 feet tall and a millionaire and how to fly, and I would jump off a roof.
Yeah, but it's 10 o'clock at night.
I'm
10 o'clock at night, and he's home. He's 10 o'clock at night.
I don't get how all roads lead to Carlos.
They do.
I don't know.
We wouldn't know of these characters. They do. Lord.
They do.
Yeah.
We would not know Chile De Castro if not.
Look, you guys are like, how is this happening? And what's this rumor about? It's that there's this guy who just whatever. You don't want to, Voldemort, right? And then Chile met Voldemort. But we've seen other Chiles. Chile's not even that unique of a Chile.
Not at all.
He's bland.
Okay.
He just happens to benefit from the social media of the day. There were many characters like Chili, but did not have the opportunity to have such a voice as he has, or people following, because you guys weren't paying attention to what was going on then. So you had no idea of the Chilis that we would encounter. There's a guy named Dave Vera, very much like Chili, but he's up in the Rochester area. So he did not have the charisma of Mr. DeCastro or the fortitude with his grift. He didn't leave town, but he was just as, the same level
insane and obsessed.
Same type of behavior displayed over and over and over again. So much so with the messaging and the videos and emails that weren't existent at the time when it was going on. Chili benefits from duration and ability to be back in 2015 to now 2023. And this is his new duration. He even tried to do this on TikTok, and they saw through it. He was trying to manipulate and benefit from those who were victims of whatever you want to call it, police violence or bad circumstance. I don't care what you want to call it. But he was then going to there and then trying to profit like a vulture off of this behavior. This was new to us. We didn't know this was going on because we didn't know this guy was out doing this stupid shit until he reached out to me in 2019. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Then someone else reached out to me about Chili. Hey, do you know this guy? I was like, yeah, I know of this guy, but I don't know this fucking guy. And so I said, hey, here's his shit. Have at it. And they were done with him on TikTok. And then he came to YouTube. And now he's doing his YouTube shit. And you guys now you know he exists. So you guys have just been introduced to Chili DeCastro, whom we've known about since 2015.
Can we take 2 seconds to say Pants is dying, and that sucks?
That's sad, bro. That's sad. He should probably seek medical attention. We can't help him with that. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
I think we might be killing him.
If you're having a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
I bet Carlos could fix them.
I don't know.
Don't bring that fucking name up anymore. All right, we were
that's on you.
Carlos Miller. Carlos Miller.
The only one we know.
We were watching this video. Fucking hell, this is gonna be one of the worst streams that I've had. Like, just objectively.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Throw some money. By the way, we believe on my side that the Benjamin Wish is pro bono. We believe, and for all of the person's supporters who I'm suing, we think we have some information that the person I'm suing in Massachusetts has got their lawyer pro bono and has raised, 50, 60, 70,000. I don't know which fundraiser was real, which fundraiser was fake. Here's what I do know. You will be defending lawsuits against me until you're dead, until you live out the rest of your life. I'll keep suing you when you're 75 in the old folks home. I'll be suing your ass.
You know what? I'm calling bullshit on that. You will not be suing me when I'm 75, because when I'm 75, you'll be dead, you old fuck. Okay? Seriously. You've got like 20 years on me. You have high blood pressure and bad knees and everything. You're going to die before that. If we really are going down with this bullshit back and forth, who's going to win? Ultimately, sir, the odds are forever in my favor that I'm going to win. I'm going to win because you're going to die first.
Is that mine in Grant's issue with you guys because we were 20 years older than you guys, that you really don't get the cadence and pace? And
no, it's this shit. This is
or referring back to Carlos, the guy who introduced us.
Thanks for telling me I'm old, Felipe.
It's true. Or fathers, you're at home with your family.
You guys should go get some rest.
You're getting gracious for us to be here. Well, we're
all. I'm going to tell you this. I just saw that video, and it only made me think of one thing: that every state has some form of vexatious litigant statute or rule. And to me, that video screams like submit it to the court for sanctions. And
listen, this is one of 20. No, this is one of at least 20 videos that I can think of offhand where he has openly stated ad nauseum that he is going to sue me until I can't afford to be sued anymore, that he's going to destroy me, that he's never going to stop. He has literally written the other day I got copied on an email that he sent, and he just literally said, ha ha ha, this is going to cost Kate so much money. Thank you. Like, he's sending emails to me.
Okay, so states have laws against malicious prosecution of lawsuits and abuse of process, which is using the legal process for some reason other than what it's intended for. And I learned that because I had to file one of those lawsuits. And the people didn't even bother to try and dismiss the malicious prosecution claim, which is a really big deal as these kind of cases go. And it's because people abuse the legal system. And I think it points to a bigger truth that, apart from Chili's lies and meanness, which is that it's too easy to sue for libel. Interstate lawsuits for libel have unique issues, and the way it's all handled is very archaic, and it gives an advantage to somebody who wants to harass with the legal process. There's no denying it.
And he knows.
And Grant's done some pro se work himself. He's gone against Walmart. He's gone against other
I've done a
entities.
little pro se, but
Yeah.
Listen, hear me out. I have a lot of contingent fee or some lawyers when there's a case that's going to pay the legal fees and we're going to win, and that's for records law and partial contingency for something like frivolous defamation lawsuit. And I can tell you right now, it ain't easy. I have a lot of legal counsel, so I've learned a lot over the years. But what I've learned is that the people, if you've got the money, you can use the legal system like a mace to try and club your opponent into a submission. And it favors the wealthy, and that's really unfortunate.
In this case,
this gets worse. This gets worse, actually. Holy shit! So I am going through it right here. Look, this is where it looks like he's bragging about how he intends to make sure that I don't have money to care for my children. That's
You're
cool.
gonna get the horns. I will keep suing her. Doesn't she have kids she cares about that need money for school and for college and for education, for after school activities? Doesn't that chick have any, I mean, she doesn't give a crap about anybody but herself. Calls me a narcissist. She's a true narcissist. You have children. You're taking on a guy who's single, that doesn't have any kids, and I can go all over the country and stay there for free. I can go stay with people all over the country. All y'all, I can go stay at people's houses all over the country for free and just live rent free. And then I get free food and I get free drinks. I get free cars. I get free housing. I get free.
What are this?
Boo boo, you're homeless.
Yeah,
He's collecting a van.
Yeah.
Don't say you can go to
It's a
people's
weird
house.
flex.
This woman, doesn't she have children that she need? Yeah, I do. I have children. I pay rent. I pay their medical expenses. They do go to after school activities. I pay for that as well. When they do go to college, I'll pay for that. High school tuition, I'll pay for that. No big deal. I have a job, Chili, 9 to 5 every day, in and out. I am making a living, right? You haven't touched that. Barely at all yet. And you're not going to, because I'm not paying for fucking lawyers anymore. Wish was never pro bono, right? Most likely by the end of it,
Quite the opposite.
to stay within the budget that I've set, which was, sizable, thanks to everybody here. He may write off some hours, but not pro bono. No, absolutely not. And
representation costs money.
Yeah, I mean, right around $60,000 when all is said and done, and that's enough for me, right? And I'm lucky enough that I had an audience that supported me through that. Don't know if I would do that again. Realistically, but it's not worth it. This is me hunkering down for the long game and saying, okay, Chili, if you're going to sue me everywhere, you're not going to touch my wallet while you fucking do it anymore. You're not touching anybody's wallet.
You join a club of other media outlets that have suffered the same consequence of speaking the truth about evil people like Chili. You're now in a party like with National Enquirer. They made a comment about someone in another state, and National Enquirer was being sued by a person like Chili.
CNN gets sued by people like this. It happens. I mean, it's going to happen. But like I was saying, actually, I'm going to be speaking at a conference in Palm Springs in May. It's called the Internet Equality Summit. It's sponsored by the Social Media Freedom Foundation, which is a charitable nonprofit. And it's all about free speech on the internet. So I'm one of the keynote. It's a keynote address. It's not a keynote address like a normal conference. It's a debate between myself and the national radio host Dennis Prager about internet free speech.
Wow.
Yeah, this is going to be good, right?
Yep. And Prager being who he is and what YouTube did to him. Oh yeah, for sure. Both extreme sides.
I think that both of us have
absolutely should be great.
been on the side of being censored.
Oh yeah.
But also both of us, understand that communities are going to have some standards,
Oh, for sure.
So it's like, we'll see what he comes up with. It should be really interesting. It's going to be very frank.
Yes, that's two
exchange.
two very much extremes.
But
that's good to
but
have.
a lot of this stuff legally in the legal sector, very technical, centers around. You've heard people talk about this probably once or twice in the last few years. This thing, Section 230, and it's basically a liability shield. Like, I wrote an article and posted it on Medium. Somebody didn't like it and went to court. Medium got dismissed right away. But that's how the internet stays somewhat free to speak on. Like, the platforms would be sued out of existence long ago. But there's just as a journalist, as a speaker, there's a very ongoing attack on free speech by big capital, by powerful interests, and I mean
Chile is
it
not
reaches
a
out and
power
touches
for
everybody.
anything.
No, but it's
but
because
the court
the
system
is so easy to like it's so easy to get these cases into a trial compared to many other cases.
Yeah.
It's easier, and these cases they can drag on and this, that, and the other. And I mean, the reality is that somebody has to have a reputation of damage to be libeled in the first place. If their reputation is like that, I mean,
Well, yeah, no, this guy got ran off of TikTok, and now, he makes it like, and I'm just going through certain points here and really listening to what he has to say about this entire situation, because it's so blatant. Like, it's enraging that it's just so blatant. But I mean, he really does go on, like,
kind of like motherhood to this human being, like, just crazy, because I'll never stop suing. Listen, I'll be like, hey, where'd that service go? And they're gonna be like, oh, Kate Peter, she moved to Australia. I'm gonna be like, yeah, well, I'll serve her ass in Australia. I will keep suing this person. And by the way, I have a standing in another state. I have standing in another state. I have standing to sue her in another state from what happened in that state. I'm not gonna tell you. I have standing to sue in a third state, which I will do.
Pressing X to doubt.
You want to mess with me? Cool.
No, I'm not doubting at all. He probably will. This is legitimately.
No, I think he will do. I think he has legal standing for it. Probably not.
Once somebody says that they're doing it just to harass you, you got to talk to your lawyers and ask them what other relief there is, because there's injunctions and stuff like that. I mean, I told you, I'm the plaintiff in a malicious prosecution case. When somebody files more than one action,
well, maybe we'll get there, getting down the road. I mean, this latest filing is just 25 pages of absolute fantasy. He blames me for stealing his van, even though this man put up a community post on his YouTube naming the person that stole his van, who was apparently arrested, including their date of birth. Little man, that was not me. It's bordering on and just blatant. I mean, not bordering on. He's blatantly lying to the police. Now, I'm left with a very interesting sort of quandary here with how upset I get at him over this, because, like, I think, to be fair, Chile, by all appearances, would suggest anyway that he's a little bit mentally deficient. He's not the brightest and the best that the world has to offer.
Well, it's true.
I mean, look, is it right that we start crossing that path of ethics where now we're talking about a guy's deficiencies and now we're going to make fun of him? No,
listen,
is that what we're going to do?
Yes,
you guys heard my messages.
I do sometimes.
All right, good. I mean, that's
I
gotta know what your guys' filters are. If what your limitations are.
That's not a hard line for me. He's also a malicious, douchey piece of shit. But I'm just saying, like, he's not firing on all cylinders. So
no.
When I read through these 25 pages of pure fantasy, which I have yet to be served with, I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm not aware of it. It's been all over YouTube. Obviously, I'm aware of it and have seen it, but I haven't been served yet. So we'll see if he can even fucking do that correctly. But it seems easy enough. He probably will. I'm not hiding from any of this.
Well, Earl David Warden couldn't do it properly, and he had a war chest. So,
right.
And this guy doesn't have a war chest.
And Another scumbag from
another scumbag that sued me in the same fashion that that Chili sued her or sues Kate.
My lord!
My question with Chili is here though, as I'm reading through
that's
this.
the similarity.
You know what? Hold on.
Delusional?
I just have to give. Hold on. We have to give Chili some credit. He's not nearly the scumbag that this guy Warden is. Congratulations.
No. Absolutely.
That's an accomplishment in life.
Yes, no, Chili has never raped anyone. He does not diddle children. So that is always
big
a plus.
Accomplishment.
And I would like to give credit where credit is due and personally congratulate Chili DeCastro for to date not raping anyone or diddling any children.
And so he's copying a model that was presented to him by the one and only. And there you go.
But I have to wonder, really, like, does he believe the lies that he is writing in this lawsuit? I am inclined to say that no, he does not actually believe it, and that he is just blatantly lying to the court. Because I believe that this is just his plan of attack to, crush me for the high crime of criticizing him online. And like the difference between Chili and me really is, and I'm calling this right now, and he will run to court and cry that I have produced a video this evening discussing him.
I hope so. I hope so.
He will.
I absolutely want to be named in any matter regarding Chili DeCastro at any point in time, and then we will then quickly show you how you shut a piece of shit like this down. Okay. So
leave me out.
No. I know you don't want no part of it, Grant. I know you want no part of it.
Well, you shouldn't have said that, because now the wheels in his head are going to be.
Good luck. It'd be very detrimental to Chili Castro.
Okay, hold on a second. So I'm just going to tell you that I filed a malicious prosecution
you said that
counterclaim. Yeah, against some guys who their old business partners got convicted by the FBI of running a Russian-speaking transnational organized crime organization, one floor below Donald Trump's apartment in Trump Tower. They were convicted of racketeering. They quit working with these other folks that my website published a story about from another writer. And can you imagine they sued in 2 other states, and they got dismissed with prejudice in 2 other states, and they're still harassing me. And so I filed, malicious prosecution based on the facts of all the case and whatnot. And these are guys that have $100 million. They got $100 million funded from an offshore something or other. I mean, they got a lot of money. So, I mean, I just don't want any part of it, because I don't want to have to, do something to some random person. It's a distraction.
Going through pains.
Like they think that
about how you don't want that to happen. No. Is a terrible idea. That's just that is
my mute finger is strong. You let the lady talk.
No, I'm just saying I would not go into excruciating detail with why you don't want Chili to sue you, unless you actually do want him to sue you, and that's some sort of weird reverse.
No, he can listen. He can do whatever he wants. It's a free country, right? But he should just move on with his life.
Anyway, my point was completely derailed there, but I do still have it in my head. So Chili's going to probably file another contempt complaint, motion for contempt, because I'm talking about him. I'm going through a video where he has said some really fucking heinous things about me. This will never see court. Like, I will not be apprising any judge of this. I will not be crying about it, because I recognize that Chili DeCastro has the right to be as much of a flaming douchebag as he wants to be online. It's just it's pretty much a God-given right at this point. So that's the big difference between me and him there. So, he can continue to drag this shit into court where it doesn't belong. I will continue to throw it back into the court of public opinion where it does belong. And let's see who walks away looking cleaner. We're both going to get a little dirty. I get that. I have no aversion to that whatsoever. But I'll tell you one thing. I'm not going to be the one wasting the court's time and then, disparaging and, making veiled threats against fucking judges without get my way. Right.
Just tell the truth.
Good Lord.
He's the one already threatening violence. He's made violent threats towards me. He hasn't made any violent threats towards you that I know of. But
he has. He's gone into detail about how he has nightmares about murdering me.
The nightmares. Yeah,
he stopped himself.
Yeah, right.
Wow, that's some pretty powerful shit. No, he didn't do that. Sorry that happened to you. No, so Grant's gone against some pretty nefarious assholes that are well above anything that Chili could possibly do. He's just a pain in the
How
ass.
about Walmart?
Oh yeah, for real.
That was fun.
Oh yeah.
So
Right.
here, I mean, like, you know, just
To the lawsuit, they're going to have to deal with it. I'm just that way. I'm that way. The penguin. You know what? Maybe I'll re-release her video of how ugly she actually is. Maybe I'll re-release her video that I have. She's just the most hideous thing ever. So maybe I'll just re-release it. But you know who's uglier than her is Allison Burroughs. Allison Burroughs, not a very good looking.
Neither of them want to say me.
Nope. Allison Burroughs.
Here's the thing. He disparages like it matters.
He's trying to do everything he can.
Allison Burroughs is a confirmed federal court judge. Okay, she shits out more money than you could ever scrape together e-begging, Chili. Right? Like, I'm sure that she goes home to her probably beautiful home every night and sleeps soundly. And I am certainly not in the same financial position, nor do I have the same amount of prominence as Allison Burroughs. However, I go home every night from my stable full-time job that I've held for many years, Chili, to my family and my stable home that is not a fucking minivan, right?
The people that love you.
And I sleep pretty good too. What? So, I mean, like, keep the insults coming. Like, this shit does not injure me. Right? I would not sue you over this because I don't trust the government enough to mediate these issues. It's not where it belongs. I respect the courts enough not to burden them with this bullshit. We're just not the same. Like, you know, if this is a constant like pissing match, like, dude, I won from the jump, and no matter what you do, like, you're never going to win this battle. You're not. Like, your only strength that you can, articulate is that you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
I want to congratulate you on your homelessness. I mean, not many people would turn that into a strength. So good on you.
It's the silver lining.
I can live literally anywhere.
Yeah. I'll be so turbo pitiful that everyone allows me to sleep on their couch
like,
temporarily.
The only
That's
thing
awesome.
that like keeps him from taking it off a fucking cliff is he's like, I'm gonna re-release this video of how ugly she is, and he's like, people want to fuck me.
Everyone's asking if we could trade these dudes for Merb because
or
Merb
bring Merb on.
Oh, you bring Merb on, yeah.
I don't have a way to get him a link, so you're gonna have to do that.
I'll give him a link. Oh, he messaged me. Hold on, I gotta get him a link. Oh, people were messaging me telling me Merv wants a link. I'm not very responsive to messages when I'm not streaming, guys. So when I am, you know, it's not great. All right, I just sent him a link.
Oh boy. It's about to get crazy.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure the Merb effect is going to be really, really productive.
Oh, that's gonna go fun in here.
I'm counting on it.
Nice.
All right,
Super productive.
everyone, including the two of you, take your shirt off.
What?
Yeah, if you're wearing pants, you're overdressed.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
not.
that.
Yeah, I haven't been.
Pants are for
Everyone's
nerds.
saying to also please slow chat.
Wait, fucking God. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, this is like his talking point here is like, I'm homeless. I couch surf. What are you gonna do? Like,
People want to fuck me.
Right, like, you've been suing me since
Hard
September,
fuck,
and I don't have to couch surf. Funny how that works, sir.
Boom.
Yeah.
For
Funny
real
how-
though. You're costing
Look
us
at-
so much money.
Okay, like, you look really bad, Allison Burroughs. You look ugly. You look horrible, Allison.
No.
You're doing things where my enemies are making videos. Like, to think that is something that a fucking, justice cares about.
Like,
Like she doesn't care about YouTube videos. She's not watching any of this. She doesn't give a shit. Like,
No, but it like bolsters him for his mush brain fans that are like, oh, you're so tough, Chili.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because they just need something to cling to in some sort of
He's
Pass from my case.
That's good.
And then what's that person in Massachusetts going to do? What's that dude in Massachusetts going to do? What you going to do, bro? What you going to do, babe? What are you going to do? Because I'll refile. I'll refile. I'll never stop.
This is good.
He's
Oh,
Zoolander.
yeah, he is Zoolander. My God. Merv, are you muted?
I don't know. Am I?
No,
No.
you're good.
I hear you there, Merv.
I have a hi, Boomer. How are you? I love your sexy
Hi.
voice. So, for those of you who aren't aware, I think the crux of the issue with the name that shall not be named is that that's the source that Chili used for making the assertions he was making. So, the only reason why I care, I don't know about the truth or falsity of the source. I do know that I wouldn't trust the person who's being accused, or a person or the person the accused chooses to bring on, who also has apparently a lawsuit against the person who shall not be named. I wouldn't necessarily trust them for the truth. But the thing that we're trying to get at, I think, in my opinion, and you can tell me I'm wrong, is was Chili lying about what Carlos said? Does that make sense?
Right? Carlos
Well,
could have
that
just been
makes
spouting
sense, yeah.
nonsense, and as far as Chili knows, it's true.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously Chili's is a known liar, and he's not smart enough usually to put two and two together. But that's the only question I really have, and I don't know what you're going to accomplish by having Felipe up here or that other guy who's too boring to remember his name. So that's all I got. So anyway, thanks for your for letting me put the 2 cents in. You guys have a great night.
Have a good night.
Have a gooder, brother.
Wow, that was
I
exciting.
love my
Nice to
little
hear from
shade
you.
before you left.
That was really productive. Like that was gonna be.
Oh yeah, terrific.
Yeah.
No
I
surprise.
thought that was very boring, except for one thing. I don't have any lawsuits against any.
Yeah, that's completely untrue.
And Ron DeSantis and a few government agencies and whatnot.
Exactly. Nothing.
Oh, fuck.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Mr. Miller.
Do you got any warrants, though?
No.
Oh, then True's
Oh,
not
Oh,
into
yeah.
you.
Speaking for your fucking self, where do you think I've been?
Don't know.
Boosting hoopties.
Oh, I know. Fuck.
Sorry, the story didn't meet your standard of the truth. That's okay.
Oh,
Well, no, I mean,
your butt hurt. Stop.
No. It wasn't nobody's butthurt. It's nobody's butthurt. Didn't get an opportunity to rebut anything John said before he bailed or anything like that. So.
No, he
I
made
thought
a
you
good
guys
point
wanted
though.
to hear-
Chili Carlos.
Hey, was not Carlos Miller invited to be here? Was attempts to make contact? When did anybody ask to speak to Carlos Miller? Fucking today, right? So
Yeah.
I made no effort to make contact with Carlos because no one fucking asked me to. So
Oh no!
So get up, climb down off your fucking high horse, because that's not what fucking happened. And if you want to believe the son of a bitch who's fucking suing you, then fuck you. Then that's on you. I don't give a fuck.
No, all Merv was saying is
give a
that
fuck
Chili
what you
could
wanna
be under
fucking
the
believe. I don't
impression
give a
that is
fuck what you
true
wanna
because
believe.
Carlos could have
I
said
don't
that
give
to
a
him. That's
fuck
all
what
he's
you want to
saying.
believe. I don't
He
give a fuck.
doesn't
Oh,
give
okay.
a fuck, yo.
Don't give a fuck what you want to believe.
Doesn't
What the
give a
fuck?
fuck.
I don't
Oh,
think
Wade just got super spicy in here.
Yeah, dude.
No,
Right?
I'm feeling it. I'm
You
feeling it.
guys are just, you guys are you guys, and you do your thing.
Stop
I was asked to
it.
clarify
Okay,
what
well.
Mr. DeCastro said. I
Yes.
validated with whom I could present to validate the story. You guys twisted
Hi.
that. You twisted that shit.
I
into
don't
something
feel like
completely different.
I don't feel like I'm
Uh-oh.
twisting it at all. I feel like I'm
Okay.
just saying
Did I
that. Like,
twist
It seemed very
I just-
different. It seemed very different than Mr. John Emerson Reinsfeld III shows up here and shows his hairy face.
Oh God, do you
That's
have
fine.
beef with Merv? Is that what this is?
Oh no, John
Henry Rhinestone? Who?
John has beat. John has beef with
sorry.
me.
John
has
Jacob
made
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
John has made more videos
Yeah.
about me than I've ever made about him. John
Sorry.
has
No,
beef
dude,
with
for
me.
real, that reference went over my head. I'm feeling kind of stupid.
That's
which
his fuck.
isn't
That's his fucking
new,
name.
but no.
John Emerson Reinsfeld III. He's an attorney
Oh,
in Northern
shit.
California. Yeah, he went out of his way to make videos about me. Accused me
whole
of
government.
unlawful practice of law. He did all kinds of comments about my First Amendment activity and my video, my show, and all kinds of other shit. Yeah. He's got you brought in a guy who's got bias and beef against me, and that's cool. That's cool too, man. That's cool. It's no surprise.
But all he said is that
No, you guys
Carlos-
All he said was he talked about where a person I can't control, Carlos, coming in here and you didn't ask Carlos to be here. I didn't know Chili's source of where anything he got his shit from, because I've never asked fucking Chili what his source for that
but
was.
all
That
Merv
is-
said was it is possible that Carlos said that to him, and that's why he put it.
No,
in the
I
lawsuit.
asked
That's what he
Carlos.
said.
I interacted with Carlos within the last week. Hey, he goes, I have not had any contact with him in years. source. I avoid the guy with that. I've also talked to another potential source of that, and the same guy said the same thing. It is what it is. You can choose.
Well,
to
it could have
believe
been
what
Carlos said something years
I
ago.
don't believe.
You
I
getting
don't
into the
believe.
site,
I
and that's what
don't. I
Chili's
don't.
using.
I don't believe Carlos said that thing at all. When I left Photography's Not a Crime, I left it on good terms with Carlos. There's no reason for Carlos to make that up. Okay.
It sounds to me, and I'll
It's a
reiterate.
made up. It's a made up fucking story.
I said this before, that obviously there is some bad blood. That you are. I mean, Grant does not sound like he's a huge fan.
Carlos is publishing stories.
Okay, right.
This
so
guy's publishing stories that Chili can read and then turn into new stories.
Right. So it's fair to assume that one way or the other, Carlos is the source of the. Like again, Chili didn't just pull this out of his ass. He heard it from someone.
He pulled some drama up, but he's making up some new.
Right, he didn't just make something up, and I'm not saying that he's telling the truth. I'm saying that he's obviously conflating and leveling the accusations at the person that he is currently upset with, which would be Felipe, right? And the entire situation.
He's not even a fucking. He's not even an OG troll. He's repeating what some girl said about him. What a putz! That dude is a fucking putz.
Felipe's not a fan of Merb.
No, he's a fucking putz.
Yeah.
Fucking pubic hair on his face, putz. Does not even know how to operate a fucking toothbrush.
Hey, we appreciate all beards over here.
Yeah,
okay?
The man does not know how to operate a fucking toothbrush. You should probably brush your teeth before you go on camera, you nasty motherfucker.
I haven't brushed my.
Wow.
I think he felt.
Talk shit, chicken shit, motherfucker, dude. Whatever.
Dang.
Well, I mean, you're talking shit after he left, so
no, I'll talk the same shit to his
I'll
talk the same shit to his fucking hairy fucking face. I don't care.
Puby face, Merb. You hear that? You little puby.
His unsubstantial beard. It looks like a teenage beard.
Unsubstantial.
It's like fucking. He doesn't even maintain the fucking thing. It's gross.
It's unsubstantial. Unbecoming.
Unkept.
Unkempt.
All right, that's where I draw the line. It's talking smack about his beard.
Merb,
that's a fine beard.
Yeah, it's
Merb,
hardly
will you
a
come
beard.
back and defend?
It looks like something died on his
bro.
Merb, help us, please.
Yeah, something died on his
defend
fucking
your
face.
puby face, bro.
He won't do it. Oh, he's an OG. He's an OG troll.
He's trouncing you and your
he's a troll.
beard.
He's a troll. No, you're a fucking hairy-faced fucking simp. All worried about what other people are fucking doing. I hate snitches. Motherfucker, you dude, stop.
Oh my god. Okay.
He's calling you names.
How did this happen?
He's a piece of shit.
You did wait for him to leave to say that, though. Kind of.
I didn't have a chance to fucking speak. He ran away like the bitch that he is. He said some fucking words, farted, and left. Like the little cunt that he is.
I mean,
he's a fucking cunt.
Oh, okay.
Well, at least you finally used the word. I was waiting for that. So thank you for joining us. The word cunt, it's one of my favorites.
Thank you for your words.
You can ride on that cunt.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys see
brush your teeth, nasty?
Oh, well, that's sound advice for everyone listening.
Yeah, brush your fucking teeth before you go on camera. Nasty.
You're supposed to offer brush his teeth.
Nasty.
But
yeah, whatever. Whatever. I don't think he's that way. I think he's scared to kiss another man.
Oh.
He talks a big game, but I don't think he's gay.
I'm not scared to kiss another man.
Goodness.
Yeah. No, I know that. You said that before.
Well, I was scared. You
offered U-Haul treatment, so it's all fine.
I did. I tried to take you out on a date.
Yeah, I told you I wasn't interested. Thank you.
Oh, damn! My dreams are dashed.
Hey, Merb, you hear that? You got a puby face and you're too scared to kiss boys. You hear that?
That's what it is. He acts that way, but he's too scared.
He's
and I got turned out by Felipe.
Where are you at, Merb?
Take Felipe out on a date.
Where are you at, Merb?
No, I told you I wasn't interested in the date. You offered a U-Haul or some shit.
I told you I'd pick you up at a U-Haul.
And I said no, thank you.
Romantic.
I said I appreciate the offer.
Felipe, why do you got to keep on going over the heartbreak that I suffered when you said you wouldn't go out in the fucking
it was painful. I'm sharing a painful experience with you.
I know, and we don't have
any
to
other
rehash
kind of
it. I've been through enough.
Not really.
So
can you feel the love tonight?
True. One of my most favorite parts of this new California lawsuit that Chili has filed is he is accusing me.
Don't worry. Go ahead.
Oh my God! Don't you start. Mute. Go ahead.
He's accusing me of harassing his dog.
Well,
Charlie.
I'm a firm believer in why have kids or animals if you can't harass them?
Like, how do you harass a dog?
You're like, yo, put your dog at the phone.
Dude, you post them all on YouTube. Like, Charlie watches this shit, you know.
I don't get it.
That dog probably watches a lot of real fucked up shit. Imagine that dog can't say anything when he's got to watch this asshole beat off in a fucking van.
And he just keeps asking. He just keeps asking, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, like I'm okay. Like, if this is where we're at, this is where we're at. One of my superpowers is that I can get real comfortable with shitty situations real quick, you know, because I've created a lot of them for myself, and I know how to sit in my own fucking shit. Like,
this is turning into a dystopian movie really fast.
It is. I'm saying that. Like, this is. I mean, I'm sorry.
A bleak future.
It's your fault. You brought him in. I mean, what do you expect was going to fucking happen? You bring him in, he farted and he left. You know, that's what he did. He didn't wait for any response. That's what happens. And now
too much chili, huh?
Yeah, it is. You know, and now he's a content generator for so many people. If not for Chili, so many people have nothing to fucking talk about. Imagine that. John creates content from Chili. He should be fucking thankful there's people like Chili, because John's boring fucking life would be even more boring.
We get it. You and John have like a sword fight going on.
He'd be going fucking killing more fucking woodpeckers, other stupid shit he does. You know,
what?
Yeah.
Hold up.
What the fuck?
He's got an interesting name. He's got puby face. He doesn't brush his teeth.
No,
and
he doesn't.
And he kills mad birds. What?
Yeah. Apparently, woodpeckers have done something so horrible to his trees, he has to murder woodpeckers.
He gets up on a ladder and he chokes them. I bet.
No, he shoots them because he's so strong. He has to shoot them.
Get up there and choke the little
birds.
birds.
How else
is he supposed to strangle them?
I don't know. What is your problem with fucking birds? What's your problem
Felipe,
with the birds?
do you have a video of him using a hammer?
Yes, sir.
Nail to try and
yes, sir.
Do one of the woodpeckers? I mean,
yeah, I could do that, I guess.
So, I mean, woodpeckers.
People are offering to super chat for me to mute them. So,
yeah.
Yeah, that's capitalism right there. So, you guys want to see that?
What the fuck?
You can't.
John felt insulted. Calling somebody a thief isn't insulting somebody. Nice fucking double standard, John. Fucking calling somebody a thief isn't insulting them. Fuck
Is this
off.
like a rage beat over Merb now?
No, dude. He wanted to be part of this, so he showed up. So now he's part of it. See, that's kind of how if you didn't want to be part of it,
I got more out of the 2 seconds he was on than like all of this nonsense.
Dude, you're gonna chase him through space and time.
Now he wants more. He's better than Chili. He made fucking videos.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty.
He got made videos.
Felipe,
he's no better than Chili.
When are you gonna let me take you out on a date?
Never. I'm sorry. Never. Sorry.
True. Like, I'm saying, listen.
I got you, boo.
You need to just stay in your lane and like swing for your league. True, you know.
Oh, one of them left. Cool.
One day.
Yeah, he had to go to bed.
Consider this. Merb murders woodpeckers.
Yeah, and can't brush his teeth.
With beard.
It doesn't kill. And I used to have a marvelous beard. I shaved it off because I was being confused for a fucking white supremacist.
I only talk to men with beards.
I went to. No, I'm not turning my camera on for you. Sorry.
True. How high am I? I'm not high at all.
I'm not high enough.
I'm not.
Fucking weird.
I don't need to turn my camera on. I'm cool without it. I'm all right with that. I have no need to turn my camera on. I'm not seeking that kind of attention. I didn't ask. Hey, do you want to do a fucking show with me? I have shit to talk. No, I was asked to do that.
For the record, Merb is Carlos.
Right.
Merb is Carlos. Carlos is Merb. We all.
All right. Cool.
Cool.
His name's not Merb. His name's John. Since we're gonna use people's names, I don't get into the whole fucking fake name bullshit. It's cowardly.
That's actually legally my name is True Yorker.
You're a liar.
One word.
No, you're
then
not.
what's my name then?
That's not a very Cuban name, True Yorker.
Okay. It's not?
No.
What's my name?
I don't know. It's definitely not True Yorker. A little more original than that.
Yeah.
It's not cute.
Maybe marijuana Pepsi Cola. That's pretty original.
Yes,
What?
that
That was a lady's
actually-
name. That really
Don't
was.
talk
a
about my
lady's name.
diet.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Thanks
No,
for
that's
doxing
actually
me.
what that was
They not
actually a lady's
dox
name.
me and break my fucking heart all over again in one night. I can't. I need a minute.
How did we end up here?
I don't know.
Fuck,
I
man.
need to
don't
think
know,
about
dude.
this
Like,
over
It's
like
John-
a
That's why I left.
It's John's fault. It's all John's
No,
fault.
but hear me out. Ready? Speed 3.
yeah.
It's chilly in a minivan, and he can't go under 60 miles per hour while beating up with his dog in the car.
no, while streaming with 2 phones.
While beating off his dog. What did you just say? That's probably not cool.
Beating
Where was
off
he going?
with his dog in the car.
Oh, that's much better.
Still,
Okay.
still bad.
What?
Oh, John just couldn't.
How
have
did-
him,
How did we end up
I
here?
don't
That's what I'm
John
asking,
felt so-
guys.
Oh, I felt so lonely. It's terrible.
Oh, so hold on. He explains here that in the California court, he's going to ask that this is recognized as a criminal organization.
What I'm going for, though, and that's what I'm going to ask the California court for,
how's
that
that
they
gonna happen?
recognize an organized crime organization, that they recognize this, that trolling is not trolling. It's being a nuisance. It's harassing. It's stalking. I want to.
Might be. See what happens.
This motherfucker is. He's like,
Good luck.
I will sue you in every state. You're harassing me.
Imagine if what he was saying was true. All the things that he's claiming is true. If those things were true, it would match that. But it's not.
Right.
So he has to get someone to believe his erroneous claims.
I
and he
can't
believe.
believe that he's trying to drag the Nutella incident in front of yet another court.
I don't know why any of his actions surprise you currently. I think he's displayed over and over again. He's willing to do pretty much anything.
Yeah, I just, this is just my life now,
He does have little sausage fingers, huh?
Mm-hmm. Tiny little Vienna sausage finger.
Yeah, like one thumb looks like a weird little yam. I shouldn't.
His one little thumb looks like a yam.
It looks like a yam. Kind of tuberous.
He does. Look at.
I don't know why it's like that, but
Oh my
We're-
god.
There's something very wrong with us.
This
oh
guy-
yeah.
This is the guy that's insulting everybody else's looks too. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is the thing. Look at him. Look at him. It's empty in here. That's what that's saying. That's how tall I am.
Ooh, he got macho.
Oh man, that's
He's gonna give you.
Sometimes I
He's
think
gonna give you.
about
He's gonna
punching
give you.
women.
No, he's gonna give you a knuckle sandwich. You don't know his terms. You keep forgetting.
Oh,
that
yeah.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah,
knuckle
look
sandwich.
Look at those hands have never seen a day of work.
I'm
in their
old,
life.
man. I'm too old. I mean, do I want to give someone a knuckle sandwich?
There you go.
I wanna
My
give
hands
a
more scarred than his.
sandwich. There's some people I want a knuckle sandwich,
Knuckle
but
sandwich.
therein lies the bigger problem. Again, if I give someone a knuckle
Again.
sandwich, my knuckles will be hurt real bad for a long time. And since I'm, half a century old almost here, my hand won't work, and then I can't type, and I can't.
Yeah,
That's-
that's a lot
That's
of
not
work.
how punching works.
Yeah.
Julie.
Yeah.
If you're breaking your hand every time you punch someone, you don't know how to throw a punch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Boxers fractures all day.
Right.
Yeah.
wow.
Good luck, Chili. Good luck. Good luck. This is just what we're doing now. And like the irony of it is he's like, I just want this girl to stop talking about me. Well, I mean, you're doing things to constantly like this is probably one of the most interesting parts of my life right now is like every day I wake up like, what is my psycho stalker across the country gonna do today? Right.
Well, and
Like,
you stopped talking about him for so long, and all he did was talk about you and keep going after you. So,
But meanwhile, we're still maintaining an audience that is still griping about me being here, and that's awesome. So they're griping about my presence, but yet they're there. It's amazing.
Because they're really rooting for our love, Felipe.
I don't think so. I think
I
desperate for attention. They're thirsty. They want attention. Oh, listen to me. Bunch of thirsty fuckers.
I think that honestly, I have, I could see the Trilipe. How are we gonna the Foo Yorker perhaps? Like I'm trying to make up the shipping name.
It's we'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Don't worry about it. We're thinking of our power couple name, Felipe.
Oh, is that a thing? I don't think it's gonna happen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Sorry to disappoint you.
I don't know, man. You give mixed signals. It's I can
Yeah, I
hear your
know. Like
voice.
you're
The way you
really,
Yeah.
Is it
speaking
though?
out
I
both
don't. I
sides of your
think.
mouth with
I'm-
me.
Well, she told me I was hurting her feelings, so I have some compassion
Yeah.
towards another human being. But I don't want to lead her on thinking that there is any potential of anything happening. So,
Well,
so
but what I'm saying is, I think you're doing that though. I'm not saying you're doing it on purpose. I'm saying this the way you translate is very sexual.
I'm laughing so I don't
okay.
cry.
Towards her, like towards her.
that's a.
And I'm not
Oh,
saying
okay.
like I'm not
I've-
like saying like
I've
like
never-
like
I've
a
never-
crime bad, just like a.
So I thought I was
natural
trying to
crime.
maintain some type of professional decorum with her, and not lead anybody on. But okay,
Close.
all right. So I was just not trying to lead one way or the other.
If
But hey,
anyone,
maybe you can display on how it's properly done, seeing that you're the expert on the topic.
Oh
Yes.
no, I don't know what I'm doing. I just
And
know.
so why are you
what you're
volunteering
doing.
information for anybody to care about?
Don't you
Because
get?
I'm trying to
don't-
help you,
don't-
man.
Oh, I
If you
didn't.
wanna shake this broad, you can't be
Unsolicited,
saying what you're saying. the
completely
way you're saying it.
unsolicited. No, thank you. No,
Well,
thank you.
then you're never gonna shake her, man. 'cause
Oh, I
you
don't
just keep
care,
leading
dude.
her
Oh, I
on with
believe
your
I can-
dulcimer
I can-
tones.
I can completely shake her, dude. It's not a big deal. Why?
does
Stop
anyone
being
in the
damn
chat,
sensual with her then, and maybe it'll be easier.
Bunch of stalkers, bro. There's a
does
sad-
anyone in the
this-
chat want
like
to
this-
date
like
True
this,
Yorker?
There's
I'm gonna start an auction right now for True Yorker. We're
And-
auctioning
and-
her off.
for a pack of
This is like human
Newport
trafficking.
100.
Can you get in trouble
Yeah,
for this?
okay.
She wants some
So
you
Newports
can
and a
auction off
40.
dates.
Can you? I don't know. It's 2023.
She just
Everything
can't.
seems
fuck 'em.
illegal.
Can I get a wager of one pack of Newport hundreds? One pack of Newport
Oh,
hundreds. One pack
shit.
of Newport hundreds. One pack of Newport hundreds. Anyone? Harry Balls.
Felipe.
Harry Balls. One pack of Newport hundreds. Can I see somebody raise that to a quart of Hennessy? And a pack of Newport hundreds. Anyone?
A purse Hennessy.
Oh shit!
All
A
right.
pack of Newports and a chopped cheese.
Only if she wears her son's wool shirt, and only that.
All right. Can I get a pack of Newport hundreds, a bottle of Hennessy, and a dime bag of Mexican brickweed? Anyone?
Oh.
And you gotta take me to the casino.
Oh, Justin Dude has a whole carton. We have a carton of Newport hundreds.
Can we get somebody to throw in a Amazon login code?
A 1996 Honda Civic, please.
Beach walking.
Oh, government cheese sold.
Someone said I would just date a pack of Newports at this point.
Oh,
same as rough out here.
Don't cry
Damn.
now. That's fucked up.
You're laughing too hard at that, Felipe.
Fun to Mental just wants to know how far your ankle bracelet will go.
I'll cut it off for you, baby.
Wow. You got one of those?
Should get the
Don't
whole
worry
jump
about
squad
it.
after you.
You don't
I'm
worry.
gonna-
Don't worry. Don't let the food on your plate get cold. Worrying about what's on mine.
Oh, no
okay?
worries
Oh,
about
look,
that.
look,
You
look,
ain't
right
gotta worry
here.
about that.
We got some great North Cali weed, a bottle of Crown Royale, and a trip to the casino, and
Oh,
an '87 Ford pickup. That's
I
a really
detect
good.
I detect a lie.
As long as we can smooch in the bed.
Yeah, she ain't got no weed.
Oh, the left-handed stranger. Is that just access, or are you selling it half on the dollar? Asking.
And how? Yeah. Wait. As long as we can sell it for actual cash, 50 cents a dollar. That's how you know Kate has got some hood in her because she knows the rate.
The food stamp trade rate.
Yes.
I'm not confirming nor denying that I have ever purchased food stamps.
That
2000
feels like an admission, but okay.
Is being chained to a radiator a deal breaker?
No.
Okay. Well, there
I'm
you
not
go.
gonna
There's
kink
the answer
shame.
to that question there. Merb.
That would be part of the deal.
Merp's kinky.
Yeah.
Now,
He talks a big game.
The
That's all
man
it
knows
is.
what I like.
Dude, are you gonna
Okay.
flex on how you're way kinkier
Are you gonna
than
try
him
to
now?
No, 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 no,
He's
no,
a
no,
genuine
no, no.
You think
he
he's
didn't-
kinky?
no,
Fuck
no,
that.
no,
Check this
no,
shit
no,
out.
no,
I
no.
know.
He's
I'm
all
gonna
talk. He's all
I'm gonna
talk,
take
dude.
this. I'm
It's
gonna.
all chirping.
Yeah. I'm
You
way
know what I
more
think
fun
about Merb
now.
would
It's
chain us
all
up?
fake. It's fake.
He would chain up True Yorker.
Who?
Merb, he'd chain her up.
I don't know about all that.
As long as he talks sexy law to me.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
That's hot. Anyways, this
the
devolved
dude can't even
quickly.
brush his fucking teeth, and you think he's gonna fucking chain you up?
Here we
Come
go
the fuck
again,
on.
and he has pubes on his face. I
He
remember.
does. You seen that shitty beard?
No, don't.
Well,
you
then-
tell me
I have
that.
seen way shittier.
Yeah,
me
Excuse me.
too. I've
I've
seen them
seen
as well.
some really fucking. Who's the
But
dude
he's
that
hiding
wears
a hideous. He
the
is hiding a
yellow
hideous face, but he's
glasses
doing people a
that
favor.
Kate catfished?
Joe Orga.
That's a shitty fucking beard.
I've never seen that guy's beard.
That's a
Yeah,
shitty
it's not
fucking
good.
But
beard.
see, I mean, there is an excuse for his beard. He is hiding his fucking ugly face, so I guess he's doing everybody a favor.
Let's do some super chats. Thanks.
Oh, I
guys.
was just gonna say,
Yeah.
can we do super chats? Thank you.
Mark Jones says, "Will it start with your muted, Kate? I saw that ahead of time, Mark, and thanks to you, I unmuted myself. I was really vigilant about it.
Tough
Thanks
shit,
for joining,
get shit.
Tom. Julie N, thanks for joining. Gia says, "Sue me, chili. I love Kate and my friends at Masshole. We love you too, Gia. Thank you so
Look at
much,
that little
Nima.
puppy butt. Wait, put it back. Did you
I
already
can't. I unstarted.
That was a cute puppy.
She's in Discord with the pictures of the puppy all the time. It is really cute. Ed2276 says, Kate, will you have sex with Merb so he can represent you in Chili's California lawsuit against you? Please.
Is that
You're gonna
Merv's
have to.
stock account?
We'll chain you up and be hot.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that, no. W124 Mercy. Maybe I'll blow him for legal representation though. Just a thought.
Yeah.
Not full on penetration, but like oral.
That shit ain't even funny. People do stupid shit like that.
She will too. She's not lying.
No, I mean, just there's attorneys that have done stupid shit like that. I don't find that shit funny. But hey,
I've
whatever.
got no gag reflex.
Good for
'cause
you.
I'm dead inside.
Nice.
I'm just joking.
Thanks for sharing.
You're
I'm
welcome,
not.
Felipe. I know.
I don't
think.
think you have to worry about that with Little John either.
Even better. But
Yeah.
I'll
Probably
pretend.
barely make it past your lips or something like that.
Are
I'll-
you trying to infer he has a tiny weenus?
Infer what you like.
Listen,
Jeez.
it could be.
Wait,
it could
I
be.
hear slapping, bro.
Yeah, I hear beat off.
Yeah,
I'm petting,
wow,
no,
he's
I'm
saying
petting,
that,
I'm
right?
petting my dog. I'm petting my dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
She came up,
Yes, you are.
she came up, wanted attention.
Like
so
to
I'm
play a
petting my
game
dog.
where you slap your balls on the stream. I like it.
No.
Pull the real Mike Cerrone over here.
You
No.
hold
Got a
it
stupid
up
little
and
beard.
you're
I don't think I can generate the same noise
Merv's tiny
by
little
doing
pet.
that to anything else. I don't think so.
Stupid little beard.
Sorry, the microphone was so
Little
good
beard.
that you can hear me. Is
Little pet. Oh, it's tiny.
petting my pet. Sorry.
Oh, it's tiny.
Well, see, and I agree with you that it would be unethical to have full on, penetration with an attorney for representation. But judging from like the Clinton theory, blowjobs are fine and they don't count.
Yeah, the
So-
mouth is God's fucking.
Yeah, some
blind
people
spot.
have been placed in pretty desperate positions where their only choice of representation was some scumbag that wanted to exchange sex for representation. So I've heard and read about those horror stories, and it's unfortunate. But that's why I don't find it humorous at all. That it's even mentioned as like, ha ha ha, I was just fucking joking. It's not a fucking ha ha joke, because the people.
You're making it such a thing that now I want to blow a lawyer just because it bothers you.
Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you.
Add
Good for
that
you.
to the bucket list.
Good for you. Good for you. Hey, everybody's
A
got their
very
ambitions.
visual episode.
Ambitious.
Very
W124 Mercedes asks, how is it possible to have the same lawsuit in two different states? Because you can file anything everywhere. And if you're a crazy homeless person, you don't have anything else to do.
Neither are likely to be successful.
Biff Thunder Muffin said, Chili is not a see you next Tuesday. He lacks the depth and warmth. Yeah. He's more like mine, cold and dead.
A lot of people just got their bar card when I made that comment. That's weird.
Judge Boros clerk said, Chili, it's so
Stupid.
cute when you try to talk about things you
That
don't
was dumb.
understand all the time.
That was fucking dumb.
Cranky Elder God, thank you. Judge Burroughs clerk is very active in the chat tonight. Don't you love nature despite what it did to you, Chili?
Oh.
I'm jealous of all the people that haven't met you, Chili. This is going, Chili, as an outsider, what do you think of the human race?
If he files and says that was really her, I'm gonna die laughing.
Well, it wasn't. My hands are right here. Okay.
No, if he tries to say it's actually Burroughs.
Is that
Well,
that
it'd be-
actually Carlos?
Carlos?
Pepe Silva's here.
Is this the real Carlos Miller? Because if so, Carlos Miller swiftly says this is all BS liars.
Yeah.
Delicious cheese sandwich says this is Daffy. Yeah.
It was tough for me.
Is this the real Carlos? Because he's saying more lies.
It's not Carlos.
Who cares what a guy named Chili alleges? A friend of Felipe is just as credible as Felipe Zero. Okay.
Damn.
Well, there you go.
Said Carlos.
Somebody actually spent money to say that, so that's
wow, it's so expensive. I'm so desperate for change.
I was more comment. Never mind.
The whole world can change.
Forward momentum.
Yeah, I just think it was a good use of money. Really. QQ Tube says nobody cares. Move on. QQ Tube. Dr. Dave in the house. Jeff Loves Pig says, preach it, Mother Kate. Hail Caton, forever and always. Thank you, Biff. I love you too. All right, he says, fight on, Kate. Thank you. Going to, because that's just who I am as a person. Chiller's vexatious jock sock. Thank you. Judge Burroughs Clerk says, Chili, you've got less meat in your pants than there is in a vegetarian restaurant. Ooh. Chaz Mataz says, put us out of our misery and boot these dudes.
I heard you guys. I tried.
Yeah.
I like Felipe. Judge Burroughs Clerk said, why can't Chili play basketball? Because he doesn't know where home is. Home is the open road. Verboboss says, get a dossier together to hand over when it comes. Yeah, I mean, listen, anything that I've ever said about anyone, I always keep the evidence in a Dropbox, for all of eternity. So it's not like I'm going to misplace. I think one of the most annoying things is that Chili keeps insisting that I reported on the GHB arrest because I found it on Ben Verified after I went through painstaking detail on my stream, walking through how it was flagged on Ben Verified, and then I chased it down to an arrest report. And it's insane to me that he's I guess disputing the veracity of this in the same court where he was charged and offered a deferment. So that's weird. I'm pretty sure
he admitted on tape in a Massachusetts court that was his charge.
Well, he didn't have to admit one way or the other because it came up on his triple I. So there's that. Jesus Christ. Oh yes, Merb did get a link and it was very productive. Chili is so short when it rains, he's always the last to know. How do you get a Chili follower off your front porch? Pay for the pizza. Yep. Michael Bowen, my dear, I hope you're feeling well. And he says, did I mention that you hate chili? It's not my favorite food. Judge Burroughs Clerk says, oh, look, the Welsh Lies Network has arrived. Yeah, guys, I am just blown away at how many people accepted completely blindly without any evidence this implausible story about Chili DeCastro being investigated for human trafficking by the FBI. Okay, reality came knocking at one point, and first of all, that whole little protest happened. Chili wasn't even there. Chili was never going to be there because it was West Virginia, and he doesn't want to get picked up on that stupid minor warrant that he's running from. It was reasonable to believe before it even happened that he wasn't going to show up, and not shocking that he didn't. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, there was not a bunch of children. There were no missing children, and the FBI would never, ever, ever divulge details or even confirm or deny an active investigation. That's not how it works. How do I know this? Because I called and asked. And you know what? I am the last person who should feel compelled to fact check on behalf of Chili DeCastro right now. He and I are not on great terms. But I did, and it was very easy to debunk that this story is implausible, right? And on top of that, investigating what? There was nothing to investigate, And these people that come out and say this with such confidence, have a little bit of critical thinking and think about it first. It's preposterous.
You're asking a lot.
Chili's a piece of crap in my humble opinion, but he's still a human being. He deserves the same consideration and fact checking that the rest of us do. This is the same person who also stated that Chili was losing his YouTube channel because he had 15,000 community guideline strikes. You know,
How's that even possible?
It's not. It was implausible from the jump. And again, when time tests the theory, it was.
Is this the guy with the 1,500 subscribers or something like that? Has been on YouTube for 5 minutes.
I don't know much about it at all.
No, me either. They asked me to be on the show, and when I asked for a phone call to find out what their background was, and once I found out what it was, and I asked about this story, and they said it was a workplace issue. I'm like, well, what does he do? And like, well, I don't feel like, okay, then we're fine. That's fine. So it's weird. It's a weird world that they're so dependent on this guy for content, but want to claim all kinds of crazy stuff that he's up to stuff. No, he's up to stupid shit.
Point blank, when the guy turns around and says, well, I call you guys are dumb because there's an FBI office in London. Yeah, there's an FBI office in London. They deal with crimes against Americans in that country, as well as maybe some transnational crimes. They don't know or care about Chili DeCastro. And anything.
Or wrapping up Americans on the run from America.
Right.
They're not there for some Welsh fellow to make a complaint about an American guy and what he's doing on YouTube.
And you can make that complaint and they'll thank you for the information and that's the end of that, right? And
baseless, absolutely baseless.
Just because they thank you doesn't mean that they're investigating it. Trust me, believe, Chili DeCastro is not worth the time and resources.
This guy, and he's grooming children. Really? What time does a guy have to groom children? He spends all his time. Please, it's not happening.
Those are some serious accusations.
Absolutely.
And that's how you know that Chili is just a living, breathing douche whistle.
And if there was any evidence of that, then people would be screaming about it and he'd be in custody. He wouldn't be running around town.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not impressed with it. I'm not impressed, and every single time that anybody presses a little bit, like, can we get some more information? It's my sources. I'm not going to reveal my sources. Trust me, bro. That's not good enough. That's not good enough for anyone. It doesn't matter if it's your best friend or your worst enemy. Like, these are people's reputations that you're playing with online.
They don't care.
Well, people should. And I'm going to condemn it when I see it. And I don't
Absolutely.
care.
As you should. I agree.
I don't care. But yeah. The FBI rumor was just ridiculous. And that's a pretty serious charge to make against somebody, accusing them of child grooming and trafficking and all that. That's a pretty big leap to take. You better have some damn good evidence, not just trust me, bro. Oh, there's an FBI office in London. Like, yeah, there's an FBI in most embassies. What's your point? G-Rob asks, will Chili will sue from every state. He has to be stopped. Yeah, or we'll just do this forever. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. I think I can only tell the How I Met Chili story one time. That was really painful. So you guys will be doing this. I won't be. Thank you.
Right. Well, what I meant back and forth with the court thing. Like, I don't have any control over it. I really don't. No. I can't force the guy not to file these frivolous lawsuits. I can't upend the courts and demand, that's what, and he gets so nasty about the judge too, which I just don't understand. I am obviously not thrilled that we're here in February 2023 and this bullshit is still ongoing with this psychopath who is openly stating, I'm just doing this to destroy you. I'll file and file and file, talking about, essentially how he wants to take money and food out of my children's mouths.
I sympathize with you, Kate. I've been in the same circumstance.
Yeah, I'm not asking for sympathy. What I'm saying is,
no, I do.
It is frustrating, and it's frustrating when you look at the court and go, like, this is obvious. Why don't you just kick this? But I understand that's not how it works. So I don't have any ill will or animus against the judge, right?
No,
he gets the most trivial adverse ruling and just loses his ever-loving shit. I just don't understand it. If your goal is to convince people that you've been portrayed in a negative light and you're not this unhinged lunatic that we all say, a good start, in my opinion, would be to stop acting like an unhinged lunatic.
He can't do it. He can't do it.
Ethereal, thank you.
He's never had that ability to do that. Watch his videos throughout time. This guy does not have a basis in any sort of reality. It's what it is. And unfortunately, you got wrapped up in it.
you know, what are you gonna do?
It happens. Consequences.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Well, you got to say, you got to fight it. Otherwise, what he says is true. That unfortunately, that's the way it goes. If you don't fight his complaint, good luck. How poor ever it's written. If you don't offer a response to it, then everything he says is true.
Right.
So that's the world of public opinion and the court of law, apparently.
I gotta get served first, you know.
No. I'm just saying that in general.
Yeah. Judge Burroughs' clerk says Chili's like one of those idiot savants, except without the savant part. When Chili sneezes, his head hits the ground.
Yeah, he's a small fellow.
Biff Thundermuffin says, "I'm straight, but I'd take Merv to Pound Town."
Nice.
Okay. Unchained America says, "Grant is to Carlos as Chili is to Kate. Good grief. The hair pulling days ended after 5th grade." Untrue. They never end. We're still here.
Yeah.
Right.
Sounds like a good time, if you ask me.
Becky Dobb Lover says, "Stop interrupting Kate." It's all good, dude. Hunjord, thank you so much for the super sticker. Oh God! All right, the Felipe having fam club come in.
Great, that's a graduation picture. I'm proud of that picture. My face.
Just kidding.
It's a picture of myself and my wife and my children outside of University of Laverne, where I graduated with a degree in public administration.
That's
There's nothing wrong with
amazing.
that picture.
Yeah.
My wife got a degree in a master's in public administration at the same time.
That's excellent. Put a 0 in chat if Felipe ruined this live.
Hey, where
and
it
it worked.
Sorry. Hey, fucking happened.
We get.
I don't know if that's fetal alcohol syndrome. I don't know about all that. He has some pretty smooth features, but I don't think that's it.
He's a pretty.
He got some
brain being the major one.
All right, fundamental New Hampshire final offer for True Yorker. I can tolerate it. So we hit up Walmart with a stolen EBT card, grab some Bud Light and Newports, then head to the casino.
Wow, you getting cash back on the EBT card?
Don't you worry about what I'm doing and who I'm doing it with.
Hey, I'm just asking. I'm interested in your adventure.
You missed your chance.
Can we guarantee the ride is at least, I don't know, a Firebird?
Probably.
Listen, no,
it's a casino bus.
A 96 Honda Civic or go home. Right?
That's right.
Felipe having fan club says, "Hi Shiz, I'm a lawyer now."
No, I'm not.
RA has put a down payment on True Yorker's hand in marriage.
Congratulations.
You've been purchased for $49.99. Benjamin says, "I've only seen 2 minutes of this stream, and Felipe has already ruined it."
Where can we catch this content at? I'd like to see what he produces.
Don't be all defensive. Relax.
No, I'm just fucking around.
I get trolled in my chat all the time. Chili lives in a van like his role model Andy Dick. Don't besmirch.
I don't think Andy lives in a trailer anymore. He's been in and out of custody the last couple of weeks, but he's not living in a van.
Not in a van. He lives in a camper. So
I know he lives with a young lady named Lisa Schwartz, who's a friend of a guy named Benji Bronk on the Howard Stern show.
I would really like to meet Andy Dick. W124 Mercedes says Chili wants to date Dylan Mulvaney.
Okay.
I hope they have a good time. They get some apps.
These dudes need a dossier, not you. Oh, I understand what you're saying now. Yeah. He only talks like that because he's overseas. Get sued here fast. Now you're doubting certain people if you doubt the FBI rumor, please. Yeah, that's what I mean. And there's the correct reaction if you're telling the truth. And you get called out and people say, like, this is an insufficient amount of evidence and a story that seems implausible, is that you would then offer up evidence to support that. Now, to show a report, an incident report, a recorded phone call, you can record government agents doing in the course of their duties. It's been held. That's entirely legal. Or, some screenshot, something, anything to prove your story. That's what you would generally do. You wouldn't turn around and then start throwing things like, well, now you're calling lots of people a liar. I believe this is what my theory is. I believe that somebody probably did call the FBI on Chili because they were concerned that he was going to be trafficking children, which whatever. And they took the information and said, thank you. Maybe they even said, we'll look into this, right? And they took that as there's an open investigation. And then people just started swarming around to confirm the story, whether or not they could honestly do so, because they wanted it to be true. I don't know why you would want, children to be potentially trafficked. It's not something I would want to be true, but people seem to really want this to be true. There's no evidence to support it whatsoever. And this is the second time that we've had a bad piece of information filtered through from the same source. Like it's done, it's over with. He hasn't lost his channel. It's been months. Like that's not happening. That's been thoroughly debunked just by time. Right. It was an implausible story too. But I mean, like, I would not be taking my information. And
that is the real Chili in the chat. He's thanking you for doing this and saying this. I just checked on my phone. We have the fake one, but the real one's in here too. That most recent comment.
I'll settle now. Want to end it?
Just so you know, I'm going to see you through space and time.
Wow.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Wow.
He settle this like Mortal Kombat. Holy.
No, Chili, I don't want to fucking settle with you in a fucking live stream. Like, my God.
He's offering to settle though. He's offering to settle. It's amazing.
You can only settle it now by dance off.
Right.
Kumite.
Yeah.
Clear your panel and then I'll come on.
We either have a rap battle.
Or you do the split kick and knock him out a window.
Kate's been practicing. We've been in the studio. If you've been,
I will have you know that I have learned everything I know about rap from Mark Stout. Hold on.
Oh my!
Oh God, no!
That's the
grocery list. Boom.
Some good stuff right there.
Chili said he'll come on if you clear the panel.
We'll clear it. Let him on.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now all the troll ones are in commenting too.
Great. So original.
I just want to, point out that this is my rap, my role model here.
Your inspiration.
Fuck the police. Chaz, chop zone. Body pigs, we're taking away your lease. Back the blue sheep into a fleece. Stainless steel. Iron the crease.
Look at that. Look at that.
That's awesome.
So good.
Boy, Mark Stout.
Raspberry jam.
No, cranberry jam.
Cranberry jam. Cranberry
jam. On your biscuit.
That's pretty dope.
Good for him.
So good.
I like Boomer's version better.
Yeah, it was about barbecue.
That is awesome.
One of my favorite subjects to rap about.
Right.
Yeah.
That is so funny. Thank you, Mark. It was awesome.
It's good.
It is. It's funny shit.
Okay, he's like, send the link. I don't think this is the real delete laws, and if so, like, this is a really
no. I was clicking on it on my phone, and it's him.
Let him come up. Let's hear what Chili's got to say. Absolutely, once in a lifetime opportunity.
He's got 68.6 thousand followers.
That's it. That's legit. Yeah, let him up. Please, not my show. Not my show. Not my show.
Yeah, he says clear the panel if you want us to go.
Yeah, clear the panel. Let's put us all in the back room. I'd like to.
I'll throw everyone backstage.
Okay. I'll put the link up.
Am I leaving too? Does Chili hate me?
You're gonna have to. Yeah. You're gonna have to.
I'll miss you.
All right. Yeah, no, Shiz just went. Shiz just left. Shiz goes too. She's gone. Like, one scary lady. That's all you got. There, link right there. Oh no, I just put Eli Porter back up. Sorry. Right. There's the link right there. I'm only gonna wait for a few minutes though.
Am I allowed to hang out until he comes?
I don't know. I feel like he's gonna use it as a
okay.
reason.
I'll go.
Yeah. All right. It's just gonna be me and Mark Stout until you get here. Oh.
Down, plucking the geese, catch the magazine, book and release.
Actually, it's really garbage. I can't even do that. Okay. Well, I think that was not what he was actually doing. So
Yay. Pants, get your mind out of the gutter.
Oh.
Oh no. It's a fake one, right?
Yeah, I think it's a fake one.
Should we put up a banner and check it out?
Yeah. Actually, we'll do this one because it's positive.
All right.
All right, 3 seconds. 1.
There it is.
2.
Hello.
You're in the dark.
Oh no, I shouldn't be. Can you hear me, Kate?
Oh yeah, no, it's really chilly. Sorry, now I gotta
get those people off. So look,
yes,
you know,
honest.
so listen, the other day, I don't know if you guys can see me or not, but I was kind of, you know, going off about making sure that I sue you till eternity. So, but look,
that was a good legal decision. I think that it's going to cast you in an excellent light. So I really want to commend you on that. I think you're handling everything really well. I've been really impressed by it, honestly.
I don't know why my camera's not working. That's pretty weird, but I really wanted to look you in the face and tell you, look, you know, you got a family. If this is what you want to do for your career, I'm gonna keep doing with my career. But really,
you don't have a career, Chili. I do. Actually,
I didn't come to joust with you or take.
Well, I know, but I care a lot about accuracy, which is why I won't co-sign people claiming that you child traffic. That was ridiculous. We can both agree that. But I just want to be accurate. You are openly bragging about being homeless.
No, hold on, Kate.
No, what I said is that it appears. It would appear.
Went by merit. You just went by merit. You said that you would shoot down that I am a child predator, which is ridiculous. But then you so easily say I have a Ponzi scheme or I've ran a Ponzi.
No, I said that you don't have a career because you don't.
No. But Kate,
you were just bragging about being homeless.
You just
You're
said
proud
point
of
by
being
point.
homeless.
Do I have a Ponzi scheme, Kate? Is there a Ponzi scheme I'm running?
Well, I mean, that's a really pointed question that you're asking in the middle of litigation. So I'm going to decline to answer that, and we can go by the merits.
Kate, there's no.
Is it silly, Chili? I mean, honestly, what have you done with your life?
Why would you say something like that?
You're a 50-year-old man.
Why would I take? Let me ask you a question.
Somebody that you don't even know. I understand what you're litigious.
You shouldn't have picked. No.
Oh, no, I will pick a million fights with you. I'm not afraid of you, Chili. I will never be afraid.
It's not being afraid, Kate. It's your priorities. I have other things.
No, my priorities are fine. Listen, Chili, one of us is employed and one of us isn't, okay? So if you're trying to run me out of whatever you're trying to do, it's not going to work. I have a career. You do not have a career. I have a home.
Kate,
you do not have a home. I have a vehicle that has not been stolen.
You've accused me of things that just aren't true.
I deny that. I deny that unilaterally. And I show proof of everything.
If I be quiet for 10 seconds and listen, then will you give me 10 seconds?
I don't have to give you anything, Chili. You're on my panel.
So then,
this is more people than view you, right? I have 731 people.
Kate.
You don't know what that feels like.
Kate,
I'm giving you an opportunity right now.
All right.
I'm giving you the opportunity.
Okay,
you won't get this on
10
your
seconds?
own.
Do you want?
10 seconds.
Okay, cool. Then I just want to talk civilly to you. So look. You said some things that were legally where I would take action. So the thing is, though, is I do have my own mission, whether you want to.
That was 10 seconds.
And then you have things you're doing with your life. And if this is what you want to do and this is what gets you fame and popularity, then cool. Then I'll be happy to be the person who sues you the rest of your life. But I don't want to do that. I want to
say that again.
I want to move on with my life because you've defamed me and you've done
I deny that.
In my perspective, just to be fair, because I said I want to have a civil conversation. In my perspective, you've done things for me to take legal action. So, but this isn't what I want to do with my life.
That doesn't seem to be the general consensus.
If you put up little things, if you put up little comments here, I'll leave. So you remove those or I'll just go. It's up to you. I'm not trying to, you're not
doing me or you any favors.
I'm not trying to take on you and your little posse. I'm just trying to talk to you like a person. I'm sorry my camera's not working. I don't know why that is. It's really weird. But
no apology needed for that.
No, but anyway, there is that better? No, it's still the same thing. Anyway, so listen, I just said I really would rather just settle with you and be done with this and have some basic stipulations between the two of us. And you go back to trolling people and doing what you want, and you don't have to bend everybody else's pocketbook and your own, and we can just move on.
I don't need to do that regardless at this point, Chili.
Well, all right, cool. But I was big enough to come here. A lot of people say a lot of things. I'm willing to settle with you, and you can walk away from this. And
can I ask you a pointed question? When did you first? No, honestly, I want to know a little bit more about you because I think that I haven't. When did you first develop your disdain for the First Amendment and freedom of speech?
It's just, Kate, I didn't come here to do an interview with you, and you're
or was it like in childhood? When did you
I'm gonna teach constitutional law scholar in the next few weeks, and what I just want
you're gonna teach constitutional law scholar.
So if the people here, if there's any rational people, I came here to settle with you. I came here to end this nonsense. This is silly.
You don't settle on a YouTube live stream. What kind of bizarro world do you live in?
You do. And so you have things to do. Listen, you do have kids that you should put your money and time into.
I do put my money and time.
No, this takes
you haven't touched it.
So for
it doesn't take a lot of my
time. Listening,
it doesn't take a lot of my time.
No, for everybody listening who's rational, this takes an enormous amount of time.
For you, maybe not for me.
Well, okay. Well, for any,
I don't feel the need to file a flurry of vexatious and frivolous, motions. So it doesn't take nearly as much time out of my life as it does out of yours. Right now, you're at the disadvantage. You are accomplishing nothing but suing me and talking about suing me. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. I can shut this off and go back to my life. I spend, about 60 hours a week working and caring for my children. I go out with my friends. I even stream myself going out with my friends. I don't see you going out with friends. You're not living life. You're obsessing. I am not that important, Chili. I should not own this much. You are. You talk about me nonstop.
I'll let you talk. There's no point in being like,
I own so much space in your head. And
I came on your show to talk to you.
I feel like you should let it go for your own benefit at this point, honestly. It's not doing you any favors. You get very upset. The veins bulge in your head as you're talking about me, screaming. You said that you had nightmares about murdering me. Like, nobody should feel that way, Chili. You should never let it get that deep. You need to develop some restraint, some self-control. You're what, 50 years old? Half a decade, sir. These are life skills that most people can develop, and I believe in you. I know that you can.
I came here to settle with you, Kate. If you don't want to settle,
you got to put down.
If you don't want to settle, that's cool. But you
don't settle on a live stream. You have brought this to court, Chili. You have to continue to embarrass yourself in court now. That's what you committed to.
Kate, I just listened to you talk for like a minute. I didn't interrupt once. So just let me say something. Let the people, however many people who are actually here listening, let them listen to a conversation. So what I'm saying is, we have opinions about each other. I don't see you I don't see you in a very positive light. You don't see me in a positive light. That's fine. But what you have a channel that you started years ago doing what you're doing. And that's cool. If that's what you want to do, then you do it. And I'll move on and you can move on. You keep doing what you're doing to all these people who are victims, and we'll put up with it. But I'm just coming here to walk away from this, both you and I, and let you just go on and focus, because this does take a lot of time and a lot of energy. And
I agree.
So it's just silly. You can other things you can do with your time and your money. And I wish you the best in life, but I tell you, I came here like a man. I tried to speak time. I tried to speak rationally with you. Anybody who heard this that has any rational in their brain is like, this is stupid. I have some basic stipulations we can work out in private, and we can both walk away from this. There's no point in this. This money is wasted. This time is wasted. We both have other things we'd really like to do. So
what are your terms, Chili?
Let's work out our terms in private. If we're gonna, this is the first time I saw this going on your channel, and I thought, we've never actually just said, what are the terms to settlement here, and can we just sit down?
So let's do it right now. Actually,
no, I want to do it privately so that you're not putting silly things up on your screen, and it's just, look, I reached across the bow, and that's what I did. So anyway, listen, I won't take up the rest of your time. I know you're running a live stream and you got super chats to read, so I hope you did well tonight. All right.
God bless you, Chili.
You guys take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
Don't say you guys when we weren't even allowed on stream.
Yeah.
Well, your influence is negative.
Yeah. That was so odd.
I just don't feel like it's an appropriate place to, broker a deal. It is. It's destroying his life, suing me at this point. Like, poor guy.
Yeah, he's pretty fixated. As a dude, he didn't have to come on here to say any of that. He could have just cut it loose and walked away without saying shit. but he has to come here and make a dramatic spectacle about how he's being the bigger person. And
no, I mean, I'm feeling, I would be absolutely willing to, drop my claims against Chili. I'd see the same, and I don't think it needs to drag on forever. I'm certainly not trying to perpetuate any litigation, but I'm, again, I've become an activist at this point. I believe in freedom of speech. And, Chili has said some god-awful things about me. I didn't rush to sue. I recall Chili stating that I sold my own child for sex. Okay? That is ludicrous. And that there's absolutely no proof of that. I didn't rush out to sue, though. Does he have a right to say that? Probably technically no, but am I going to waste time and energy and effort and money? You're trying to get blood from a stone? No. He doesn't have the same perspective, clearly.
I just can't believe he really came on.
I can. I mean, Kate pointed out pretty early on, like, he doesn't get a lot on his lives anymore, and he'll go where the attention is, right? So
I'm glad that he was able to at least be heard in front of an audience bigger than a couple hundred people. That to me
is very upset at how many super chats came in while he was on.
Oh, he said he hoped I did well. That was very kind.
Yeah.
He seems sincere.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the one about Welsh News Network. Yeah. Judge Burroughs' clerk is making the allegation that Chili buys subscribers by the 1,000. I don't know if that's true or not.
Hypothetically, allegedly.
Get away from me, lady.
That's still funny.
Tomorrow there will be contempt for this. Is quivering like a bedwetter waking up. He seemed pretty level.
His mouth was very dry, though. It made my mouth dry.
Yeah, you smoke, you get cotton mouth,
Yeah.
Yeah, delete laws, get over it, move on, and get help. I mean, it's just not very productive for him. William Foley says Kate always wins. Petty Deb says it's for your benefit to move on, Chili. No one cares what you think about Kate. Drink some water, dude. I mean, it definitely would benefit him to just move on from all this. Because like I said, if you're filing, 100 motions in the course of a few months, that's a lot of time that you're taking. It could be spent on other things. I regularly make a pattern of just disappearing off the internet for a little bit. My streaming decreases and stuff because I'm out living life. So you got to do the same.
I've just been making cat videos. That's all I do now. No real life.
Right. Silvercat says, "Don't settle." I wouldn't do it on a live stream. Is what I wouldn't do. You know what I mean?
That was just so weird. What did he think he was going to accomplish?
Yes, I did. I turned off my camera to smoke. I don't like doing it on camera. It's classless.
I have to get off stream like normal people.
Yeah, not me. Well, but you can't make a settlement offer on a live stream. I've refused nothing because I can't take that as a serious offer. I can't. It's not appropriate. It's not the appropriate venue. It's not comfortable with it.
This show was kind of crazy.
Yeah, this one a little nuts.
A little bit.
Yeah. And I asked him his terms. He said that he wanted to settle, and I asked him his terms, and he refused to give them. So, I mean, it was open to listening. Yeah. And it's not not something I would do on a live stream. And of course, I deny all allegations against me as far as I actually refuse to defame this man. It would be convenient. Someone who is suing and, essentially trying to terrorize me to say, yeah, no, he's definitely a child trafficker. I won't do it because it's not true.
Yeah.
Am I the most upstanding citizen on this, God's great earth? No, I'm not. But I have lines, and I really take, accuracy very, very seriously. It's important to me. I will wait to verify information before just, vomiting it out. I just won't do it. Chili should spend more time with Charlie and less time losing lawsuits. The dog is fine. Honestly, the dog is fine. Pants says, someone needs to stand up and say that Chili's lawsuits are frivolous and completely ridiculous. Baseless claims of defamation when all Kate was doing was reporting what she had learned. Yeah, that's my take on it too. Do I want this to go, off into eternity? No, I really don't want to be locked with this guy, until what do you say, 75? That's not, but I'm not going to, I have principles and I stand for them. I'm not a pushover. He follows your every step online. You try to ignore him. Now he wants money. F him. That's all that's ever been about him, money. Yeah, I mean, come on. Again, I asked for terms. He declined to give me any. Delete stunt caps. Yeah. That was weird.
It was very weird.
Yeah. That was a strange thing to do. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I mean, it just wasn't the appropriate venue. No, honestly, I've been bored with Chili for a while. I think there was some question as to whether or not I had stopped speaking about him solely because of the litigation. And the truth is, I don't have that much self-control, nor does this keep me up at night or bother me that much, honestly. Like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do regardless. He just got boring for me. It's a broken record. It's done. Now it's just kind of sad. Like, you realize that he's, written off another 25-page complaint full of bullshit. And it's like, dude, like, what else could have you been doing with your time? Like, when he's saying that, yeah, this is time consuming, it is for him. I'm sure that it is. Oh, yes, Pants. Thank you for that huge donation. Sorry. I'm still just kind of processing what happened.
Yeah, this was really a weird night.
It got really weird. And Felipe's been backstage this entire time. Did he put himself back there? I thought I brought him back up.
No, I'm here. No, that was a surprise. I applaud the man for at least trying to make some type of communication. However, as flawed as it was, as inappropriate it was, he addressed that he's tired, and it is his apparently the last couple of days.
Just stop.
Absolutely. Again, he admitted that it was irrational, and he had a moment. No matter how poor that moment is, he wants to be done with it. So he knows what he needs to do. He needs to make contact with the appropriate person, and that's the attorney, and be done with it, and not have some ridiculous claims. Just simply file a motion to dismiss. You don't have to do anything else. Don't even have to talk to Mr. Wish. He can just simply file on the EFC tonight. File a motion to dismiss. Tell ChatGMT how to file a motion to dismiss in this court, and it'll print you out one, dude. No problemo, and file it up, and it won't even cost you a penny. And that, don't put your money where your mouth is, De Castro, and dismiss this case tonight, and dismiss the other case tomorrow morning. Just simple as that. Or you can use one legal, and or whatever electronic filing service you want to use. You can solve it yourself. You initiated this, you can end this, and as simple as that. Now the counterclaim is something that somebody else has to take care of. But that's, if you kill it, you kill it. Don't talk the talk without walking the walk. Do it. You took this upon yourself. You fired the wrong shot, and you claim you are now man enough to do otherwise. Do it. I'll walk away happily knowing that this is over with and you're done with, and you'll go about your own business and go claiming to be something that you claim to be, whatever you want to be.
He's teaching constitutional law.
Whatever. He can teach making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It's whatever he wants to do. It doesn't affect me, and it really doesn't affect you.
No, not at all.
It's small world, very small world. Yes, and I've learned this, that if he wants people to follow him, he has their attention, and there's no there's no changing their confused minds, and that's okay. If you want to follow Chili, go ahead. They have the freedom to do so. But Mr. De Castro, be a man of your word, and just simply to file the stuff tonight and be done with it. Don't look for any terms. Just file and be done with it. You started this. File it and be done with it, and that'll be over with, and you'll be the last person ever talked about ever again. I can't promise you that, but odds are, no one will have any interest in you anymore. You really started getting the heat when you did this stupidity, and this was a really bad move. You're not prepared for anything like this. Truly focus on improving your well-being and getting this voice out, learning how you can potentially change these laws that you're so offended by. Offer solutions to handcuffs versus just bitching about them. Form small groups to change Terry v. Ohio to a statute, so then law enforcement officers don't pull people over for whatever reason. Change the way the system works versus just trying to do something about it.
Well, I mean,
Kate, I'm probably gonna dip because it's midnight.
See you.
Yeah, I know. I gotta work in the morning.
Right.
Thank God it's Friday. That was just bizarre.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to share what we knew, and hopefully this turns into something good, and we can all be done with it.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Someone wants to see on his wallet where I touched him. I haven't touched his wallet at all. Chitler is a Jews paying member of the Troll Mafia. He's suing himself. I hope he realizes. I hope to God he never realizes he should be working on fixing himself. I hope he does. I really do. Drop the cases now, Chili, before you get hit with your court costs when you lose. But yeah, I mean, I haven't been very aggressive in all this too. That's just it's not appropriate to try to mediate on a live stream.
No, he doesn't know that though. He doesn't know that. Yeah, something came to him. He's very spontaneous, if you want to say, and reacts that way. And so he started watching this and maybe started hearing something that hit home with him and how ridiculous it sounds, and decided, well, maybe I'll reach out this opportunity I have to reach out to her. And he did. And so as flawed as it may be, he knows exactly what he needs to do. He figured out how to file a lawsuit. He can figure out how to dismiss a lawsuit.
Right.
It's not that difficult. It's not. You can do it. And I'm sure otherwise it could wind up going it's a judgment and it's a pain in the ass and stuff like that. But really, if he doesn't have anything to pay, it's like getting money from Iran. But
I certainly am not going to try to aggressively financially destroy a man that describes himself as couch surfing and homeless. That would be unethical, right? Like, it's just not something that I'm interested in doing. But
No. You can have empathy for a guy in that situation. He's trying. He believes he's trying to do something. He's a little misguided in how he's doing. He's very, very enthusiastic. I wish he'd channel it a different way. He could then potentially, if he actually learned something and not try to claim something that he's really not quite there yet, but he has the desire to maybe learn about it. He's not a really, really dumb guy. He just does really dumb things. But if he wants to do the right thing, display the right thing. They're Chili dismiss the case. It's really simple.
Yeah, I mean, apparently now he's fundraising for, again, like, I would have to see that he's fundraising for his bullied dog. Come on, guys.
I don't know.
No, he's not. Nobody would do that. Yeah.
That's how it goes. It's one extreme to another, and we're trying to stay in the world and kind of where, like, this is not that. Come on, bring it back to reality. Reel it in, please. And he understands that, and for all the things he's tried to do, I was surprised when I first saw this reaction. He actually wrote an email that he shared with me to Donald Trump, and then had to ask how it sounded. I was like, dude, I didn't even want you to begin with, but you wrote a letter to the president. Okay. He's this stuff obviously bothers him. He wants to do something. He just really can't figure out exactly how to do it. And that's he would, I think, if he found something that he try to match up to and try to figure out what he was saying or her or she was saying or whatever he was saying, maybe he would then be able to digest it, and then maybe apply it. He has the potential to do stuff, but he's just kind of misdirected that way. And I'm sorry, and it's unfortunate he chose to seek the court system to try to resolve these issues. You just got,
Wait a minute. Well, the court is not going to resolve these issues.
No, not at all.
They'd be point blank. It's just not.
I
mean, I understand that it's a waste of time, but I mean, it's not my time. So, I mean, he can waste it any way that he wants. I just know that it's not appropriate to try to broker settlement on a live stream. That's just
no.
And I'm literally seeing delete laws, clips. Charlie is being harassed by meanies. Is that the real channel?
Colin? You think it's Colin?
It is.
Really? Well, Colin's not all there either.
Are they making a joke?
I don't know.
Is Chili displaying a sense of humor? Because you can't harass a dog.
No, they don't. No, sorry. You can't harass child as far as I've ever learned. You can probably do something else with animals, but Colin's not all there either. Colin believes that Earl David Warder was framed by the Harris County DA's office. He shared that with me. So put that in there and say, oh, Colin's not all there either. Didn't graduate high school. Blames being a volunteer firefighter with taking up too much of his time to attend high school, and then the video is private. I can't play it. It's private. This is strange. It's a strange situation. Chili's a strange guy too. He admits it. But no, like I said, hey, it's wasn't a very interesting topic or entertaining thing, but it is what it is. Never promised it was going to be. Yeah, this is the people are sending this to me. It's right there.
Is this for real?
Can't be.
What the fuck? I think he's joking.
You can't tell.
Was he live right now?
Don't do that to your dog, Chili. He doesn't like it. That's why he's baring his teeth. Okay, like just so that we are aware. Like when a dog bares their teeth at you like that, they're saying like, "Hey, I don't like that." He doesn't like that.
No, it's not. It's not appropriate response to an animal. You're agitating an animal.
No, he's laughing about it. I think it's a joke. This is weird.
This was all a joke? Okay.
I mean,
all right.
He's laughing about his dog being harassed.
I don't know. That's some good stuff.
It's a good. I mean, I'm just like surprised that Chili is displaying a sense of humor. Sort of. I mean, I don't know why. I get it, but you're the one who wrote in a complaint that your dog is being harassed. Are we finally getting to the part where Chili admits that this has been just
this is the reveal?
Yeah, all the ruse.
This has just been an elaborate comedy skit. I think we're finally
he
here.
He was trolling you.
I saw this one video where he mentioned this old Star Wars video game that struck a nostalgic nerve with me, and I thought, this guy can't be that bad at the core. You know what I mean? This has got to be an act, because nobody that likes that game is evil. You know? But I don't know. I'm confused.
Now he's spamming.
Confused.
Oh my God! Now he's back to this. Yeah, I'll accept for the part, Kate, that you have to pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars more if you don't settle with me. This is not an appropriate place to broker a settlement. I asked you your
not
terms.
By threatening that way either.
I asked you your terms. You declined to give them, so it sounds like you declined the opportunity for the settlement that you were requesting on my live stream, which is fine because it wasn't an appropriate place anyway. Now he's just spamming trolled ya.
Oh,
no, it was
wow.
a funny joke, Chili. It was really good. Look, he's literally just like trolled. Yeah, that
wasn't a troll.
It was a good troll. It was a good troll. Chili, look at he's like troll. Trolling. Look at trolled. Trolled.
Wow.
Like this is just Chili, you got me there.
He trolled you,
man. Gotcha.
He's so silly.
It was a good troll. That video was hilarious. I think that we're finally getting the big reveal that this has all been like a comedy act the whole time.
He's mentioned that he's done stand-up, but he'll always ducks any questions about it. Yeah, he's mentioned it very few times, and if you ask him about it, he won't.
Justin, it's not animal cruelty though.
He didn't say he was successful at it though, right? He maybe did an open bike night or something like that. So
he said
maybe true.
He said something to the effect of like, part of my time spent in California, in Hollywood, was doing stand-up. So
he's asking if am I going to donate to his dog's therapy fund? I will consider it.
Yeah, man. I don't want your dog to be sad, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
He's saying the Charlie Fund was a troll.
I don't really understand.
So confusing.
It was funny. It was really good.
Yeah, it was great.
The dog needing therapy was a troll, or
the
settlement was a troll. Which clarify, Mr. DeCastro, which is the troll?
Right.
All of it.
The lawsuit, your appearance, the video,
everything.
It's all a troll. Oh, is that what that guy was saying? Adams was saying the other day that this is all a character?
That's what I've been saying.
Oh my God. Yeah. So this is like, was it the Truman Show? We're just characters in it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking now.
Weird.
At this point.
And so we're like the evil genius. Wow.
That was a good troll. Thank you for that. I gotta go to bed. I have to work in the morning.
All right, later. Have a good one.
All right.